Hello, how you guys doing? What's going on? Welcome back. We have some new updates that we would love to share with you all. Before I get started, I just want to test the sound out. And I want to know, do you hear echo? Do you hear a lot of static? If you hear a lot of static and echo, please press 1. If you don't hear anything and it sounds fine, please press 5. Right now, I'm in a different location. I told you guys I would be traveling this week, and that's where I'm at. But I was so heartbroken to hear that Mahogany Jackson was taken out in the back of her head. I didn't know that. Did you guys know that? Did you guys know that she was taken out in the back of her head? That is so gruesome. In the back of her head, nobody told me this. They also confirmed that she had handcuffs. I did not know that either. I was looking at the news outlet that just came out, and they said that she was handcuffed. They had handcuffed her. Did you guys know that? I had no idea she was handcuffed. I had no idea she was popped in the back of her head. If you guys knew she was handcuffed, please press 4. If you guys did not know, press 10. Why is it still more information that's coming out that we didn't hear from? I thought we had sources that was over at Clubhouse that knew her and knew these people, and they was telling everything. Clearly, it is a lot of stuff that's being left out because I'm sure we would have heard about the handcuffs. That's a big deal. Who has handcuffs? Handcuffs? Whoever had those handcuffs, they were planning to take her out. They were planning to take it this far. And another update, they said that 5 will be held without bond. And yes, one of those 5 is Ariana. She was the one with the big eyelashes that her baby daddy passed away, and she found out recently that Mahogany, the girl that they killed, was messing around with her baby's father. Now, mind you, when Ariana uh, and her baby father were not together during the time Mahogany and her baby father was messing around, but Ariana, she did not stop. She did not let up. She kept on pressing the issue. No, we got to do it more in. When I tell you Mahogany was screaming and crying and saying, okay, y'all won, y'all got me. Mind you, during this whole night, this whole situation, Mahogany was not hitting them back. Mahogany did not get one lick in. She did not hit them. She did not kick them. She just covered her face up and she was just praying and hoping that God would allow her to see another day. That's all she was doing. And they did not stop. They didn't have any remorse. They didn't feel bad for what they did. And I'm thinking, what in the world is going on? How could they continue to do this and have no remorse? Well, I got some information that somebody emailed me, DM me recently, and they said the reason why they had no remorse is because Mahogany, the 20-year-old mother, was doing some dirty work trying to get people set up, and also allegedly she wanted one of those girls to be killed as well. She was setting up one of the girls to be killed. But how do we know this is true? How do we know that Mahogany was really trying to get someone set up to be killed? I will want to see the text messages. I would want to see someone come forward and say Mahogany was trying to get Tasia killed, and this is the proof. You guys know Mahogany. She has a mouth. She talks. That's why she got into so much drama because she pillow talks with this girl named Blue, and she liked Blue. Mahogany, she liked men and she liked women. She liked Blue, but Blue was just being a snake, just acting like she liked the girl, just to get information to run back to tell to the group. So Mahogany has this reputation of running her mouth. So I'm sure it will be text messages. I'm sure somebody else can come out and confirm that yes, Mahogany, she was planning to get Tasia killed. But we have yet to see any documents, any proof. It's almost like it's been put in the atmosphere to make it an excuse to what they did to Mahogany. It's almost like they want to water it down, like, well, she was trying to kill someone else, so that's why they killed her first. And I just don't believe that to be true. If that's the case, then why didn't Tasia kill her? Why didn't Tasia do the last blow? After all, you guys say that she was trying to plan to kill Tasia. So why didn't Tasia finish it out? She didn't. Actually, they're saying that Tasia, she left and she did not participate in all of the acts that went down. Now that's interesting considering that she had a hit on Tasia allegedly. And Tasia, she did horrible shit, but she didn't do whatever everybody else that was essaying her, beating her, pulling her hair, handcuffing her. I mean, torturing this soul, torturing her. So are you guys there? Please, let's get these likes up if you guys can hear me. How is my sound so far? Press 1 if my sound is good. Press 3 if my sound is going in and out. It's kind of janky or static, okay? So please let me know. I'm in a new location, so I'm kind of concerned. But I'm happy to see you guys here. Hey, lady. Hey, Nicole. Hey, Access. Hey, Carla. How you guys doing? Now, we do have some phone calls. I hope Dicey come through. I hope Jay come through. And I hope others come through to give us more context with this case. But I do want to play this clip. This clip just came out today. And listen to this clip.
Circuit Court judge has denied bond for 5 of the suspects charged in the murder of Mahogany Jackson.
That ruling comes days after police arrested.
All right, so you see it, right?
An 8th suspect. That was Friday. CBS 42's Courtney Chandler joins us live in downtown Birmingham after attending this morning's hearing. Courtney, no bond here.
Yes, Sherry. This is after the judge heard disturbing video from the Birmingham Police Department involving that case, and that's why 5 of the suspects that she saw before her today will receive no bond. Giovanni Clamp, Blair Green, Tasha Lewis, Sila McCall, and Ariana Robinson will remain behind bars without bond. Birmingham police have identified these 5 and 3 other suspects for the murder of 20-year-old Mahogany Jackson. Birmingham Police Detective Mark Green, who is the lead detective for the case, took the stand Monday, sharing evidence of what led to Jackson's death. According to Green, the suspects assaulted Jackson physically and sexually based on the evidence seen from videos presented in the investigation. Green says Jackson was at one point handcuffed, dragged by her hair, beaten, and spit on by suspects. Green told prosecutors.
You heard that, right? Let's just make this clear. This is the first station that is reporting she had handcuffs. They put handcuffs on that girl, dragged her by her hair, spitting on her. I don't know. Did you guys see the video? Was it a video? Did they videotape them handcuffing Mahogany? And that's why I feel is so much we don't know. Everything that they did to her was not recorded. everything that they did to her was not recorded. So I'm sure it's so much more that they did that they did not record. Maybe their battery was low. Maybe they forgot. Maybe they were just so into this. And this lets you know they love this. This is something normal to them. This is not out of their character. This is what they always do. This is not the first time them doing something like this to human beings. I mean, these are aliens. They Satan kids, okay? So I just want to make sure that's clear. I'm gonna play it again.
Says Jackson was at one point handcuffed, dragged by her hair, beaten, and spit on by suspects. Green told prosecutors that Jackson sent out a text to family saying she had been kidnapped and please help, but don't call. He says Jackson was later shot in the back of the head and left at a trash dump site on the 1700 block of Laurel Avenue.
Did you guys hear that? Shot in the back of her head, then dumped at a trash dump site. If that doesn't ring bells for you, after they got finished doing all of that, after they got finished recording that, they shot her in the back of the head. In the back of the head. Then dumped her at a dumpster trash site like she's trash. They were making a statement to say that this is a piece of trash. That's why they dumped her at a dump site. That is so horrific. That is so sad. I can't even begin to think. Could you imagine you're a parent and your child body found dead at a dumpster site? Your child found dead, shot in the back of their head at a dumpster site. If that does not ring bells, if that does not send a message at a dumpster site, let that sink in. A dumpster site.
In Southwest Birmingham. Jackson family did not speak to the media Monday, but Jefferson County DA Danny Carr tells me the family is shaken after hearing the details of Mahogany's death.
It's one thing to hear a lot of what we call chitter chatter out there, but to be in a formal setting and hear what happened to a loved one like that could be very disheartening, obviously.
Carr tells me next will be a preliminary hearing for the suspects
in district court to determine probable cause and to see if the cases should move forward to a grand jury proceeding.
Now, the three other suspects, Brandon Pope, Francis Harris, and Jeremiah McDowell, are charged with capital murder during a first-degree kidnapping and capital murder during first-degree sodomy. In downtown Birmingham, Courtney Chandler.
Do you guys remember they list a group of people? I'm trying to still remember. I know Brandon. Who else did he say?
And Jeremiah McDowell.
Could be very disheartening, obviously.
Carr tells me next will be a preliminary hearing for the suspects
in district court to determine probable cause and to see if the cases should move forward to a grand jury proceeding.
Now, the three other suspects, Brandon Pope, Francis Harris, and
Brandon Pope, Francis Harris,
Jeremiah McDowell.
Jeremiah McDowell, know who Jeremiah is.
Are charged with capital murder during a first-degree kidnapping and capital murder during first-degree sodomy.
Okay, so that is first-degree sodomy and first-degree kidnapping and first-degree capital murder. And those were three. And they sound like there were three men, right? Didn't he say three men? He said Francis, he said Jeremiah, and Brandon. Okay, those are the three guys that he mentioned separately from the rest of the group that kidnapped her essayed her and sodomy. Let me hear that one more time. He speaks so fast.
Forward to a grand jury proceeding.
Now, the three other suspects, Brandon Pope, Francis Harris,
Brandon Pope, Francis Harris. He speaks so fast, y'all.
and Jeremiah McDowell are charged with capital murder during a first-degree kidnapping and capital murder during first-degree sodomy.
All right, so that's a lot that those three men are charged with, and they got a separate charge. So I want to pull up because I want to try to match because I like to know who I'm talking about. I like to know who I'm talking about. Do you guys like to know who you're talking about? Okay, hold on. Hold on. Hey, let me call you back, okay? So, hmm. Okay, he didn't say Blair Green. Okay, that's Blair Green right there. That's a guy. He didn't say him. He said Brandon Pope. Okay, where are you at, Brandon? Brandon, where are you? Um, is this Brandon? I think Brandon Pope. Is Brandon Pope Amp? Okay. Well, I need some of you guys to come up here and call in to let us know. I know for sure this right here, I know that's Jeremiah McDowell. I know Jeremiah McDowell. I know him. He is the one that shot her in the back of the head. That is Jeremiah McDowell. And it make it so horrible. They tell me that his girlfriend or his baby mom tried to get on Clubhouse to justify him doing all those horrible things and shooting her in the back of the head. You have women still trying to justify this type of sickness. All right. So these are men and women, just not one sex.
In downtown Birmingham, Courtney Chandler, CBS 42 News.
All right. So I'm going to get to these phone calls, but remember those names: Brandon, Francis, and Jeremiah. All right. So please call in. Calling from 253. You're live on the air. What are your thoughts about this?
Hey, Gigi. Good evening. It's Dicey
Hey,
here.
Dicey, I'm
I
so
forgot.
glad. I was like, I hope Dicey come through. You know, I don't
I
remember your
had to
number
been.
so far, so I'm sorry.
No worries. You could save it and you could hit me up anytime you like, girl.
I
Just,
will.
I might not respond quickly.
It's okay. I'll do it, and I'll text you, and I'll let you know who I am. Okay?
Oh, sweet. Thank you. I forgot to add last night after everything we spoke about, we do need to have a moment of silence for Mahogany as well as ask the Jefferson County Judge, Keisha Davis, to remember that even though Mahogany was being beaten, she still called them bro. Even throughout the whole process where she kept saying, there, you won, bro. Almost insinuating, as you mentioned before, that she really thought that she would see another day of light.
Yeah.
And it's pretty insidious. It's no longer malicious. So I just want to lay it out there so people start talking in these terms, so the circuit could start creating some footwork and get to that judge, and so the judge is aware. I'm sure the judge knows there's 5 videos, but you're right, Gigi. If these videos that we were privy to were not showing her in handcuffs, and in the court they're saying that she was placed in handcuffs, I don't even want to. I can't. I lose. I can't even talk. My mind just goes blank at the idea of like, what the hell did they do to this girl? One of the reports I read was they were hitting her in the back of the head with bricks.
Mm.
And
I can't
I'm
I
gonna
can't fathom. I'm so scared. This makes me afraid of trying to get to know a person. Well, I'm not really, because to me it's about integrity and their morals and values, and clearly these individuals didn't have any. But I'm still shocked that these individuals were working at Amazon. I mean, my God. And I thank you so much for talking about that. And you bring up a point that she thought she was going to live to see another day. And I don't think that we talk enough about that. She did not realize how dangerous these individuals were. Yeah, they jumped each
right.
other from time to time, and she's used to a good beating. And I guess she was okay with that. She can tolerate getting jumped, she can tolerate getting disrespected.
Yeah,
But she did
exactly
not.
where she was raised with. Yeah.
Go ahead, say what you're going to say, Dicey.
Oh, I just wanted to point out that more than likely, as you mentioned, that this is like the environment that she's in, so that's why it was like she was used to it. Like it was like a, how do you say, rite of passage.
Hmm. Yeah. She was used to this, and she thought that these were her friends. And this is her, this is what they call friends, because they fight, then they're cool. But if she knew that they were going to kill her, I think that she will rethink a lot of things. I think that she will rethink this friendship and know that it's not worth it at all.
I wish we had more uh, information of the type of lifestyle, because right now in the media it just seems like they were all in some kind of crew and everybody was being just like re-recruited, and it's just as simple as you look at Blue, and can she be put in any kind of a capital punishment for the involvement of insinuating and inciting this horrific event that should have never transpired, because you have a list of about 30 people in that My Lord group, and at any moment, any one of them could have contacted authorities to let them know, hey, you know what? It looks like we're conspiring to commit a crime, and I don't want to be part of this, so here's the information. None of them did that.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't think they're going to do anything with Blue because it's not enough evidence. I think that they're so focused on these 5 to 8 individuals. They're not. Blue got away. I feel like Blue is going to get away with this. Unless somebody starts speaking and point her as she is the one that started this all. This is her plan. But I don't know. I think Blue should be talked about, should be called out, should be in jail. But the police, I think they want to focus on really getting somebody and get justice.
Right, and as you mentioned, there's 3 individuals that are getting higher. They had a tacked on punishment or crime than
Yeah,
the
it was
other
it was three
two.
of them, and it was all men. It was Brandon
Yep.
Pope. Now, is Brandon Pope, is that Amp?
Yeah, so you got Brandon Pope, as the previous reading books mentioned, he's known as AMP. Then you got Francis Harris, who's known as Ace. He's the
Oh,
bottom left hand one. And then you got Jeremiah McDonald, who's also known as Kodak. So now we could go
oh,
by nicknames instead of, full names, as long as we can remember and, stay
yeah.
with that park course. But
Well,
what's
I'll
really
pull it up.
disturbing here,
I'll pull it up really quick for them so they know. So
thank you.
you guys know this guy right here in the corner here. This is street name is Kodak, but his real name is um what is his real name again?
Jeremiah McDonald.
Okay, he was the one that shot Mahogany in the back of her head. He also SA'd her and doing all types of horrible things, but he is the one that executed her. So also this guy right here, they call his street name is Ace, but his real name is Francis. What is it? Francis what?
I believe it's Harris, Francis Harris.
Francis Harris, okay. And then we have a street name Pope right here, and his name is Brandon Pope. And those three are really going down because I heard him at the end, and he says they're getting capital punishment, the sodomy charge, and a host of other charges. So they're never going. None of them should be able to see the light of day, but they're really going to get it.
I just really think that this was a horrible misunderstanding because they all knew that the whole setup was to punish Mahogany for the supposed setup that she's done in the past. And the only ones that would know that were the people that were part of that same botch robbery, Gigi. It's the only way. So you're looking at Tasia and Ariana, because I believe Blue was not part of it. And maybe that's why she won't be implicated, because there isn't evidence other than Blue saying in the Clubhouse recording of why she thinks it started off, but also clarifying that they're two separate issues and at the same time implicating herself in a upcoming trial where she's going to be held accountable for that yellow Camaro. So it's all over the place, girl. It's all these things tied to one another, and people still holding on to grudges and not moving on over these misunderstandings and not being able to be adults and sit down and be tactful and diplomatic and work something out. Like, sometimes you gotta pay the piper, but not this way. This is malice. How are you gonna turn around and have a group of 30 people talking about torturing this girl for hours, making her think that she's going to a house party, and then moving her around, and not just that, but stripping her bare and making her do some atrocities that we shouldn't even be talking about anymore, because my goodness, there's no way anyone would want to go through that. And so now we're hearing that she was handcuffed.
Yes, handcuffed.
Talk about not being able to breathe.
Mm-hmm. Do you think that her parents have watched these videos? If you were the parent asking everybody in the comment section, and this was your daughter, would you want to see those videos? Dicey, would you want to see those videos, or would you not watch them?
Absolutely. I would watch them. I would absolutely watch them, because I need to know what I need to do to them. This is biblical. Eye for an eye.
Yeah, I think that's a very tough place to see your daughter. I know the mom did speak out, and she says, "What do I supposed to say to my granddaughter when she asks about her mom?" You know, that's what she said to one of the reporters. So she's gone through it a lot as well, and I can't believe. Well, they're dumb criminals, but one would think if you do a crime, who sit up there and record the crime? They recorded all of this. Like, they don't deserve to be in civilization. I don't want them in my world. I don't think they deserve to be on the streets. I don't think America is safe with people like this roaming the streets. They are evil, they're careless, and they're monsters.
That spiritual warfare seems to be more real now than ever, regardless of what we're seeing or believing in. With the action is enough. we're losing our children. Remember, Mahogany was only 20. These people were over like 23, 25. There's an older gentleman, I don't know, he's like 28. I don't even know, but the point being is these people had years over her to manipulate her. She had just joined their little crew, and all she wanted to do was hang out with them and be part of them, and instead they
And you
they
can't
turned off
tell
her
her
light.
nothing because if you would have told her, nah, they not like that. Yeah, we fighting all the time, but we ain't taking to the point where they gonna take me out of here. But then again, Dicey, I'm ignorant
Yeah, well,
to this lifestyle, you know? I don't know. All I can speak on from what I see, and
mm,
I don't know anybody like this. I don't know anybody that would do this devilish, evil type of crap. I'm not in those environments where it's so hostile and you scared, you can't even look over your shoulder, right? Somebody gonna take it the wrong way. I'm so happy that I'm not in that world. And I know I can sit up here and be like, I don't, why is this, why is that? But they live in a whole different world. Like their world is
right.
so not normal to me. Um, so yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, it's
apparently she was the 16th murder of a female this year in that county, without like a justifiable reason. Only one of them had a justifiable reason, apparently. But it's like, I don't know, what pattern do we start looking at? Do we start looking at the fact that it's females? Or do we start looking at our culture and deciding, how is this happening? If all these girls are being taken out because they're being made to look like as if they're setting people up, let's say,
I
for
don't know.
example.
I I'm sorry to cut you off. And you saying my volume is low? You guys, is my Dicey? You sound great. Are you guys saying my volume is low? Let me know, okay, if I need to speak out or speak up. But you know what, Dicey? You said, is it a girl thing? I feel like it's not a girl thing. I think when I'm just talking about black people, I think it's a black community, a low income thing. Yes, people with money, they take each other out, but not to this degree. Yes, people all around the world, they take each other out, but that is not in my community, okay? So
Okay.
I'm focused
So
more
they
so.
must have been incited, maybe not over just like a revenge tactic, but girl, they had to turn around and probably hiked up that money. They probably thought it was a lot of money, not realizing it was only 1,000. What if somebody just knew that she was carrying some cash on her and made it seem like it was some whole other ordeal? That's the challenge here,
Got it.
because people are gonna jump on that, you know?
Uh-huh. I turned my volume up. Did it help you guys? My volume is, I turned it up. Now, Dicey, I don't think it's about money. I find that it's more about ego, a driven, pride, jealousy, envy. And when you're talking about people in the low income or this type of individuals, they just have, they on go. They love to be on go. They want to show the next person they bout it. They got something to prove to their homies. That's why they gonna do you so bad. And then the next one gonna outdo the next one. Have you watched Baddies? Baddies, that is just a small
Girl,
reflection of how they get down. They don't have to fight for money. Money half the time is not even the motive. Okay? Um,
no, it's just bragging rights. I went to go get my
ego.
hair done the first time I was introduced to baddies. Are you kidding me? These girls go at each other's throats for any petty reason. If somebody turns down the AC by 2 degrees, somebody's cutting somebody's throat out.
And
I didn't understand it.
that is how this group is. And the thing about it is, these girls, to me, they have got it from the boys. To me, it started with the boys because when you look at our
Mm.
men, they kill each other. Every day you hear black men kill each other. When I talk to a black man and I say, why you got the pow pow, or why you so, afraid, or why you so on edge, it's because another black man. That's why. That's why. It's because another black man.
So it's a territorial thing? Like, you
It's
can't be
not even a
around, so I gotta take
territorial.
you out?
It's not even a territorial thing. It's more, hey, if I'm having a bad day today and you in my goddamn way, you might get it. You don't gotta do nothing.
Oh,
You could just be
hell.
the wrong place, wrong time. Shit. You might look at me wrong and I just don't like, or you might remind me of somebody I can't stand.
Girl,
Or you may be
you're
associated with a
talking.
bitch. You might be associated with a bitch I don't like.
That's like caveman mentality. Like, we never grew up from that stage.
Well, child, they haven't grown up. Or sometimes they like
I
to
could,
do it for fun, Nicey. They love it. It's fun.
no,
It's funny to
like a
them.
sport.
Yeah, don't you know
It's
how
funny.
Freddie and Freddie Cougar and Jason, how they go around terrorizing people?
Oh
They
my
get
goodness.
off
Yeah.
on jumping
Those
on
characters
people.
feel like the world owes them because the world didn't help them when they were dying. So they're just here to haunt the offsprings, like the, what do you call it? The descendants of the ancestors who made. Yeah, I get it now.
And
Wow.
when they do you in, Dicey, you know what they're gonna say? They're gonna say that's
Mm.
it's your fault. You should have known better. It's your fault. You should have been more wiser. It's your fault. They never take accountability and will always blame you. If I rob you, well, it's your fault. I caught you slipping. That's on you. And they're gonna laugh at your pain and they're gonna blame it on you. And people may say, well, shit, you shouldn't have been over there that night anyway. So
What
it,
do you call that? A narcissist?
well,
What what is that?
it's
What
the
kind of,
society. It's the society. It's not. They're gonna blame the victim.
oh my gosh. Wow, we really got it backwards then. If people are getting entertained in other people's misery,
Oh
that's a
yes,
whole different other world.
yes they do.
You're talking about almost as if we're in a type of society that would probably enjoy watching people be taken out on live television. Like, we would pay
Well,
for that.
well, I don't know if you remember, but in history they done that before. I believe it was in the Roman times,
Gladiators,
where
the
yeah,
gladiators,
yeah, where they
yeah,
had the
in the
prisoner slaves
Colosseum,
to fight to
yeah,
this death, and they got entertained.
yeah. It's that bloodlust in us then. Oh my Lord Jesus Christ. Do we need this type of outlet so this type of thing stops in the civilian sector? Do we need like a killing arena?
No, I wouldn't want to see that. I wouldn't go there. I think that people need to be civilized. They're not raised right. They're not raised to be civilized. So in turn, you get animalistic. You get, um, I mean, they will take you out of here because you made the French fries cold at McDonald's. I mean, anything just to pop off.
Oh
It
my
doesn't
God.
matter. And we
Yeah,
have heard
you're
cases
right.
like that on the news. It can be so small.
It's very petty. Absolutely. Even in this case of Mahogany Jackson, may she rest in peace now as we speak upon her, and hopefully we fill in some gaps for everyone out there and
Hmm.
they could see the signs of
Yeah.
what not to do. This is a 20-year-old young lady who was running with the wrong crew for whatever reason, but she was not able to discern these evil spirits around her. We don't know her what her beliefs were. But obviously, we do know that she was not really paying attention to the signs because she wanted to hang out with them. She wanted to be part of their world. I remember the previous source had mentioned that she had just come on to the group a few months before. Maybe she had something to prove, Gigi.
I don't know. I do know that she's 20 and that's pretty young, and she hasn't really got to know who she was or got to really explore life. And I think it has a lot to do with upbringing, unfortunately. But we do have some caller dicey, so let's get into some calls. Calling from
You got it, girl.
810, you're live on the air. What are your thoughts about this? 810, are you there? 810, do you want me to come back to you? All right. Well, maybe we'll come back to 810. I think they're listening or they're doing something else.
Hello.
Hello, how you doing?
Doing good.
Awesome. So what do you have to add to this? What are your thoughts?
My thoughts is okay, everything that happened to Mahogany and stuff like that. My thoughts is I was listening to your YouTube channel and listen to everybody else's YouTube channel, got everybody else's perspective, they got your perspective and stuff like that. I feel like I want to say that they was friends because friends don't harm each other. Friends don't beat on each other. Friends don't set each other up. I wouldn't say that was Mahogany friends because if they was, they would never did that to her.
What I would say is what they did to her was dead ass wrong.
Yeah, it was wrong. And I wanna add to that, so many people have different definition. Go ahead, speak.
20 years old, and I'm like, dang, she's 20 years old. She got a 3-year-old daughter out here, and she ain't able to get to spend life. Like, she's 20 years old, and I'm 23. Like, what they did to her was not sure. They treated her like she was an act.
Yeah, they dumped her in the trash at a dumpster site.
But yeah, I feel like that
I just
me
hope
seeing that
they get justice for her because all they guys need to go.
she needs justice, and I said she needs justice because that could have been anybody's family member. That could have been anybody's sister, anybody niece, anybody.
And by people trying to bash her family, okay, y'all was not the one that was in that predicament. She had to deal with the suffering.
Well,
So
what do they say about the mom? Who bashed the mom? But we're all suffering. We're all suffering. This is heartbreaking to anybody that has a heart to hear about this.
Yeah, they saying that the mom, what they said about the mom, they saying that the mom is wrong. They said she could have saved her, but the mom was at the airport. The mom tried her best to save her daughter, but the mom was at the airport. Even if she wasn't at the airport, y'all don't nobody know what she's going through because she's a mother. She just witnessed her daughter getting killed.
Got it. I think people are more frustrated and they just wanted the mom to protect her more, and maybe it's coming out wrong, but you know they wanted the mom to be there. They felt that, hey, if your daughter is texting you at 7:30, what is stopping you from getting there? Hello. And then she texts again 16 minutes later, I believe, to another relative.
I know, and I heard that she wasn't the one that tested her family.
Yeah, Dicey told us that, but Dicey, do you have anything to say about that?
Well, the only thing I can add to that is that authorities at the courtroom said that it was Mahogany that sent the text based on the 2-hour testimony provided by those 3 demonic monsters. Apparently, that's the reason why they did the pow pow. And they said it was Frances Harris that did the pow pow. They found out that she had.
So Jeremiah didn't do it. It was Francis.
Yeah, according to Detective Mark Green suspect, because he's the witness that went to go tell and provide the video that he was being held hostage there and made to record it. So he went to the cops and he said that Frances Harris told him that he did the pow pow on the back of Mahogany Jackson's head.
Yeah, he said he was forced. If he ain't pulled the trigger, they was gonna kill him.
Damn.
And he was one of the lava had one.
So hold on, wait. That cock-eyed bitch. That's the one that did it. The cock-eyed.
It's crazy because
was that the one with the crazy,
the one that we
funny-looking
got,
eyes?
the bottom left-hand corner picture you got. Yeah. Your cockeyed guy.
Do you notice when he was in that camera, a little bit, his eyes was going left and right?
Because they was on some drugs.
Oh, they was on that Tina Snow.
And it's crazy because
but that's a portal to let those demons in.
One of the lives I had was his baby mama had got on the live, and she said that the reason why she left him because he was already into that type of lifestyle.
Now, why did people kept saying, Jeremy, why did I get it wrong then? Where do I get the idea that Jeremy powdered her powder? Who said that? Hello?
I have no clue. I have no clue, Gigi.
All right, so you guys.
What we know was that. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I gotta let you guys know this. Oh, okay, I had it wrong, y'all. All right, so remember when I told y'all this guy right here, the short guy, the 4'11", I thought Jeremiah then shot her in the back of her head or shot her. Girl, it was not Jeremiah. They're telling me I had it wrong. It was him right here. His name is Francis. Okay, and this guy right here, he is the one that shot her in the back of the head. He is the one that had the pow pow on another 18-year-old and forced him to videotape it. And you know what? I bet you that Francis dude, he is a pedo. I feel it in my spirit. Why in the hell is he pressuring an 18-year-old? He is preying on young kids and doing some horrible shit to them.
Yeah, his baby mama said he was already in that type of lifestyle. That's why she left him.
I tell you, we learn something every day about this case.
She said they got a child and stuff, and
he a whole father. He's a father and doing this shit right here. This is a father.
She said she ain't know that he was gonna do a female like that.
Oh, it was okay when he was doing them niggas like that, huh? Hello?
No, I guess not.
Didn't I tell you? I told you, Dicey. These niggas be fucking niggas up.
Yeah, for any reason whatsoever. It's pride, it's ego, it's everything all over the place. Just because they can and think they could get away.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, go ahead. What are you gonna say?
I said they overkilled that girl. They need to get in trouble for their action. Yeah. They all need to go on themselves.
Yeah. All right. Well, I thank y'all for calling in. Now, Tanika, you said I'm a loss. Can you tell us what you're lost about so we can find you and get you some help? So, Tanika, can you please comment? Let me know what you're lost about so we can get some straightening going on. Mm-mm-mm. Mm. The guy in the video had the hat or was the stocky big guy that was laughing. Uh, Dicey, who was laughing? I don't know who was laughing. I think the cockeye was laughing. Who?
Well, she's the
Dicey?
one that says, what is it, fire her up or something like that?
Yeah,
Some
that was
stupid
that was
shit like that.
Francis. That was
That was
Francis.
him.
Yep,
Yep,
that was Francis.
I remember that.
Yeah, that was
Well,
Francis.
we still haven't seen. I think it was Brandon Pope, Amp, the big stocky guy that was stomping on Mahogany's head
What is up
because
with
he was tall.
Francis? What is up with these two? Okay. Why they so mad? Can you, Dicey? Why are these
Mm.
two men so mad? Why are they so mad at her? Can you please help me that? Because we don't know nothing about their story, right? It's almost like
Well,
they just there and to wreak havoc, but we don't. How do they enter the storyline?
so let me paint the picture that I ended up coming up with. They go to Amp's house for a house party Saturday night. And for whatever reason, Mahogany's leaving. And as she's leaving that house, the house party, okay, they end up having a scuffle, like a fight. There's a fight. And they end up putting her in the trunk of a car and they take her to Tasia's apartment. Now think about this, Gigi. Why Tasia's apartment? Because Tasia was the one telling everybody that Mahogany had set them all up at some point or other. So all these men were absolutely okay with turning around and teaching this girl a lesson for setting them up. Remember, according to the sources, this girl's money was split 5 ways, and she was only supposed to get a licking, and they were supposed to record it to show the group. After which, all this stuff that happened was supposedly because Mahogany had sent out that message for help. And she had two opportunities with 16 minutes apart, one at 7:30, one at 7:46. And they found out about it and they just pow-powed her. That's
In the
according to
back
the
of the
court
head.
document.
In the back of the head.
In the back of the head. So she didn't even see that coming. Remember, the video is enough evidence to let the judge, the most honorable judge, Keisha Davis, please write to her and remind her about the part where she literally says, there, you got me, bro. She calls them bro. She's still forgiving them for what they've done to her because she's still breathing and fighting for her life. That is what we need to remember, that this girl, though she took a licking, she didn't want to go. And all because she didn't even say what happened. All she said was she was being held hostage or kidnapped. She didn't even snitch. She just said she was taken. Send help. Here's the pin. It was the quickest thing that she was able to do. But these guys, it's so simple, Gigi. You turn around and incite a group of gentlemen with money and opportunity to trash a woman who's taking some kind of something from you. You know, you're made to think that she double-crossed you at some point. You don't think that all these people would group together? People just need a reason to be bad. It's really easy to be bad, and it's really hard to be good.
Do we know where Francis killed her at? Where did he shoot her in the head at?
What was that? Dead end.
So he did it
Dead
outside
man's alley.
in that mattress.
Yeah,
But
because
didn't they say they
yeah,
didn't
that
find
mattress.
any bullet shells?
No, because the projectile was still in the back of her head. They were able to pull it out from the back of her head.
Woo! Can you please tell that? Tell that. Say that again. Cause that was too deep. Cause remember, Dicey told us that we couldn't find the shell cases. That's why people thought that she was shot at a different location because they found the body underneath the mattress up in that alley in the dumpster. Cause that place that you're talking about, Dicey, that's a dumpster site. All you see is there
Yeah,
is
yeah, yeah.
trash and dumpsters. So we can just call that the dumpster site. So
Okay.
we saw her body underneath that mattress at the dumpster site, but they said they ain't find no shell bullets. So they felt that, they shot her somewhere else and then brung her there. Now Dicey telling me that everything is up in her head. Tell it, Dicey.
So once they found her at that dump site, just so y'all know, it's on the 1700th block of L'Oreal Avenue. They call it Dead Man's Road. The reason why they weren't able to find any casings or shelling is because they found the projectile still in the back of her head. This is during the hearing, one of the testimonies given. I guess apparently the way the man did it was honestly, Gigi, if I could speak from the heart, I just think this is Mahogany's way of fighting back. Like, I'm going to keep this evidence with me. I just don't, I don't even know how that happens. But yeah, everything was in the back of her head.
So this must happen to Dicey. So she was at, tell me this, when she texted her mama, was she at the apartments when she texted her mama, or was she at that dumpster site?
No, she was at Tasia's apartments.
Okay. So they took her back to the dumpster site where they SA'd her, only to power or shot her in the back of the head.
I mean, at this point, this is what it seems like because we need to see if they're going to find any kind of DNA evidence at
Do we
Tasia's
know
apartment.
the time that she was pronounced dead? Do we know that yet, Dicey?
No, they have not released her autopsy yet.
So
I'm on it, and it's gonna be it should be like about 2 weeks, Gigi.
got it. So that means that at 7:30 in the morning, 6:45 in the morning, she reached out to her mom and her sister. So was she taken out in the morning? Did they kill her in the morning and shot her there?
That's according to the authorities. You're looking at so she was at this place called Serenity Apartments, and
Tasia
authorities
house.
say Tasia's house, Tasia's apartment. And according to the authorities, they said that they found the text and they just found powder. From there, that's when they decided. When they saw the text, that's when they decided. I'm thinking that this girl must have found her phone. They must have left her alone at some point trying to figure out what to do with her. Because the whole story is about her getting a licking for what she did, but not getting taken out. That apparently that was not what was planned, for lack of a better word.
So was it like, oh, bitch, she up in here texting y'all? Oh, yeah, you gonna get it now. See, we thought we did you enough. We thought we did you in, bitch. But no, you still out here texting? Oh, yeah, you gonna go. You gonna have to go. Was it more like that? Don't you know how somebody punished somebody and then they're I guess they want to be taught a lesson like just shut up and just take it and be a victim. But now you still fighting? Okay, now we're gonna have to do you in. Was it that dicey?
You're you're tapping into spirit right now. Let me tell you why. Let me give you your confirmation because the detective testified that at least two statements being made throughout Mahogany Jackson's captivity alluding to death, including that Jackson was quote fixing to die, end quote. So I think you're starting to get into that vibe. I think you're tapping into the right frequency here on understanding the type of environment. Yeah, you're right. When you have a somebody punishing you and they see that, oh, you're not gonna bow down to me after I done did all that. Well, let's see how you're gonna do after this.
Right.
Yeah, she was fighting apparently. She was really, really fighting. That they're saying that yeah, as soon as they saw those messages, they just decided to put her to sleep.
Because they want to get the last word. They wanted to humiliate you and you be defenseless. Because that's what it was all about. They didn't want a challenge. They didn't want a war. They just wanted to be bullies.
That's a great word.
What
They have
happens when a person tells on a bully or when a person is about to tell on a bully? What does the bully do then?
try to kill you so
They
you don't
try to
talk.
stop you from telling, right?
Yep. Oh my gosh. So they were just big bullies pouncing on the little girl because she was helpless.
You know this was all bully tactic. This is worse than bully. But bully is when you have somebody of a greater number, more stronger, and they pick on someone that's less fortunate. It's not a challenge for them at all. And they get off with humiliating and mistreating uh, a group of people that cannot fight for themselves.
Right. Wow. So what are you thinking now since you're right in it? You're in there. You got the right mentality. So now they ended up according to authorities, they shot her shortly after the text messages were sent. So they must have done it over there at Dead Man's Road, and then after that they went to go pick up. I don't know who Robinson is, but I'm assuming it's um uh maybe Kodak's kids. But all three of them that had turned around and participated in her ascension into heaven, they all went to go pick up somebody's children.
Damn.
Like nothing happened.
Going
Like
back
taking
to
out
be,
the trash.
yeah, going back to be parents.
Yep.
I
Like nothing.
can you imagine if your parent did some stuff like this? How would you feel as a child that your parent did this? All right, stay there, Dicey. We got another caller. Calling from 909. You're live on the
Okay,
air.
Danielle, turn yours on.
Are you there?
Hello?
Yeah, how you doing?
Yes, I'm fine. My question is because they said that a dude is the one that told on everybody, a 18-year-old. He went down to the police station and he basically told on everybody. But they also said that it was a text message between him and Tasia, and he is the one that dumped her body.
What? Can you break that
Mm-hmm.
again? Can you break it? Talk to us slow. Okay, break it down.
Okay, they said that it was two 18-year-olds. Okay, we got the one that they said did all the shooting and everything. They said he was basically threatened and told that if he didn't film and do all what he did, that they were going to kill him.
Now I
But
want
they
to
said
correct
it.
you. The 18-year-old, we just found out, Jeremiah, that's who you're referring to. The other 18-year-old, that was the evil one. He did
Uh-huh.
not shoot Mahogany. I thought he did because that was the rumor. From the police report, what Dicey then told me is that Francis was the one that shot and killed Mahogany in the back of her head. If you saw the video, it's a guy. He looked like he got cock-eyed, and he's like, fire up, fire up. You only see him for a brief second. That is Francis, okay? His nickname is Ace. They call him Ace in the streets, but that is Francis, and he was the one that shot her in the back of the head. And allegedly, he was the one that was forcing the 18-year-old Anonymous. I like to call him Anonymous. He was forcing the 18-year-old Anonymous to video record everything.
Yeah, but they said it's another 18-year-old, the one that basically told on everybody.
That's the Anonymous you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't even think he's in jail.
The Anonymous guy, right? That's Anonymous. We haven't seen any video. That's why I call him Anonymous. Anonymous, unknown, right? We don't know his name. We don't know his picture. It's the Anonymous.
No, it's a guy. He said it's two more people that's still out here. He showed both of their pictures. One of them is a young guy. He had a gun in his hand. They said it was what did he have? What is those bullets that shoots real fast nowadays?
They use that on up in Memphis on Yo Gotti brother.
Yeah. He's holding one of those.
What they call it now in the comment section? What they call it? A chain? A switch. A switch.
Yeah, a switch. Ooh, okay, well, yeah, they have pictures of him. Yeah, they have pictures of him. And then it's another dude, because they're basically on the, on the internet, they're showing their pictures, they're hollering them out there, hollering that it's two guys still left out here, and they need to go get them.
But they're not talking about the anonymous 18-year-old now, are they?
Yes.
What? So,
they have his text message.
So, girl, you gotta tell me what's going. Come on, tell it.
He had text Tasia. Like
the anonymous dude. The anonymous. Let's call him anonymous. Let's call him anonymous 18. Anonymous 18 was texting Tasia.
And she was telling him that he needs to get rid of the car. Basically dump her and get rid of the car because they're going to be on the car. It's in a whole text. You could, they put the text messages up and everything, and they
just tell it, girl.
I don't know why.
Tell it. You listen.
Listen,
you are
letting him run free.
Everybody is gone on the other side, right? You are the last one telling. So you got to tell the story like they did back in the day to pass it on, okay? So it's on you. You can't depend on nobody else right now. It's you. So we taking your word for it. So what happened?
Yeah, they had a whole text message. They got it online where Tasia's telling him, get rid of, basically go on and dump the body and get rid of the car because they're going to be looking for it. It's the whole text message between him and Tasia. They got that up there. They got a picture of him. They say it's another guy, too, that's connected to this that's not in jail also. And they have his picture up there. They basically, the Alabama people, they quite upset about this situation.
They should.
So
they should.
They've been doing a lot to help solve this case. So they've been, it was one girl, she was on there, too. She was talking to the guy. And she said that she had dug up 10 videos out of a cloud. I guess they had tried to erase them, and she got them up out the cloud. So she had them. She said these is 10 videos that the police don't even have because they were deleted. And that's the one with, the text message, the pictures of the dudes that was there, too, at the party. I had sent you that I sent you that in your DMs, but I don't think you got to it yet. But I sent the whole interview with them showing the pictures of the guy, the text message, all that.
I'm going to my DMs now. What's your name on there?
Rochelle,
Oh,
because you
okay.
haven't accepted me, so you
Roach.
probably can't
Oh
get to the
yeah,
video yet.
yeah. I got that was 3 days ago. I just accepted it now. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's only one thing that come. I didn't get the rest because they wouldn't let you send the rest probably.
Exactly.
So
But I'm going to go back
I
and I'm
just
going to just
accepted you. So
resend them
go,
to you.
girl, start sending. Now let me ask you this: from looking at the text messages from the anonymous 18-year-old, and Tasia,
Uh-huh.
do he seem scared of her, or he seem like he with it?
To me, it seemed like he was with it, but what I don't understand, I think he ran to the police because it was getting hot. You know, she had sent the text messages off to her sister and her parents. I think he wanted to be the first one to come out, so, you know, he'd get away with it.
Got it. Now is he disabled? I heard he was disabled or something. Is that true?
I think is that the one, that's the disabled one is the one that they were making film.
Lord, so it's a disabled one and it's an 18 anonymous.
Yes. Mhm.
Well, how old is this
Exactly.
disabled one?
He's 18 too.
Oh hell no!
And then they said after they had done all that, another girl that they know had pulled up, like after everything had happened. So she might be a witness.
They doing too damn much.
Mhm. Yeah, they did a lot. But if you ask me, I don't think that she was gonna survive anyway because they also said that she was beat with bricks, pistol whooped, and then they said some fat guy was stomping her in her head.
Yeah, Brandon Pope, the amp.
Mhm.
Okay, hold on. Anna
So
P.
after
Hold on. Anna P. donated $10. Thank you so much, y'all. Give Anna P. a big thank y'all for helping us in the house tonight. Anna P. says my
thank
heart.
you.
Thank you, Anna.
Yes, Anna. Anna P. said my heart breaks for Mahogany family. Yes, it does. I can't imagine what they're going through. These people had zero humanity. I can't imagine how they were raised to be capable of doing something like this. Well, Anna, I got a solution for you. They were not raised, okay? That's the problem. They were not raised to be civilized. They didn't have love poured into them. Love is what love does. They don't walk in love because they never had love. And just because you never had love, don't make it an excuse for you to go around here and be a terrorist and be a menace to society and perform as Satan kids, okay? I don't want you to get that confused to feel like because I say they didn't have love, then that's it's not an excuse. Okay, you know right from wrong. We live in America. You hear and you see people going to jail all the time for doing wrong. So they do have some sense to them. They have sense enough to get a job. They got they taking their kids left and right. They know how to lay on their back and bust them legs open. They know how to get them Tina Snow and find them drugs. So they know how to do stuff.
And I also believe that they just did that out of jealousy because they had like three different reasons of why they was jumping on her. First, it was a stolen gun, and then come to
Hold
find
on now.
out,
No. What's your I gotta get your name. What's your name? Oh yeah, Rochelle.
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 Hmm.
Ooh, girl, I'm glad you called me Rochelle. Rochelle, I'm glad you told me so I can we gotta talk, Rochelle. Cause you be Rochelle. Rochelle. I didn't hear nothing about no gun being stolen, Rochelle. Who done stole the
Yeah,
gun?
look, you got to listen to the video, cause when they was fighting her about the stolen gun, and she was trying to say she didn't do that. Then Tasia was like, I stole the gun. So they was beating her for a gun that, come to find out, Tasia ended up stealing. It was a gun that was supposed to have came missing at Tasia's house, and she was blaming Mahogany for it. Come to find out, she was the one ended up stealing the gun.
Who was blaming Mahogany for? Who blamed Mahogany?
I guess it was some guy that was in there. It was his gun that he had left at Tasia's house, and it ended up getting stolen.
Who gun?
One of those guys.
You don't know which one?
One of the guys that was there. Then, okay, so after they figured that part out, then they was jumping on her about Big Back's baby daddy, which passed 2 years ago.
Hold on, Big Back don't. You talking about Ariana?
I believe it was Ariana Big Back.
Her last name is Big Mac, cause she don't got it. She got a small bag. She got a little bag. Ariana.
No, the Big Back one. I think she had on a blue shirt.
You talking about red shirt?
Or it probably was red.
Yeah,
but the Big Back one.
Okay, that's not Ariana. That's Ariana's cousin, Giovanni.
Okay, well
and
then
Giovanni
she had messed
stepped in because she was like, I'm fighting for my cousin. Even though, what? Big Back bitch, Giovanni, honey, she wasn't even fighting. She wasn't even fighting your cousin, though. She was just taking them licks. Giovanni, I feel like Giovanni had a crush on Mahogany, and Mahogany didn't give Big Back a chance. Mahogany was giving everybody a chance but Big Back, okay? And that's what that was about. What?
They was trying to say that Mahogany had slept with Big Back's baby daddy 2 years ago. But
Rochelle, you got it wrong. Let's clear this up. Okay, so this is what happened, and I got this information from Dicey. Dicey, if I got it wrong, please correct me, okay? So Blue was with Mahogany. Blue was hanging out with Mahogany. And Mahogany was telling Blue that she was sleeping and messing with Ariana, baby daddy, the skinny girl with them big ass eyelashes.
Okay. It was her baby daddy?
Yeah, it was her baby daddy. So Mahogany went back and told Ariana that, Mahogany, she's going around here telling everybody that she was messing with your baby daddy, and Ariana didn't know that, so it was news to her, and she just didn't like her, I guess, going around telling people that she was messing with her baby
Blue
daddy.
was basically sleeping with everybody. That's the one part. It wasn't Mahogany that went to Ariana. It was Blue. Blue went to go tell Ariana what Mahogany pillow talked to her about her dead baby daddy.
Mm-hmm.
And Giovanni just be stepping in, be fighting for Ariana just on a sake because she's so ignorant. You can go out.
Remember what the previous caller said? She said that there's a tie. Ariana, Tasia, and Giovanni are all cousins. Remember that?
Yeah.
And that's why Ariana's hitting Mahogany, saying, you tried to set up my cousin. And everyone could say that there because they're all cousins.
They all going to be in jail together.
All right. Ariana P came back. She donated another $10. Give it up for Ariana P, y'all. Come on now. Thank you, Ariana. Yes. Ariana
Appreciate it. Thank you.
I wish Mahogany was getting the coverage that dumbass Carly got. Maybe if she's bad, then they would have been more persistent in searching for the apartment. Regardless, thank you for the covering that. Yep, anytime. You know what I think it is? Just like Shanquella. They wasn't caring about Shanquella until they saw the video. Once they saw that video, then it went like a wildfire. People still have yet to see Mahogany's video. They saw a little bit of clips, but they haven't seen the ruthless shit that really happened. That has yet to be leased out. Baby, once somebody get all those videos and leash them out, honey, that's gonna go very far. But you know, and the people in this world, they're so visual. You know, they
Mhm.
like all the visual stuff. The more ruthless, the more crazy it looks, the more attention it will get, unfortunately. But go ahead,
They say
Rochelle.
they so graphic.
So we have
They
one situation with the gun. She was accused of was stealing a gun. Then we had Ariana. She was accused, or she just did not like her messing around with her baby daddy. And then what was the other ones?
what was the other one? Dang. I lost my whole train of thought, but it was three. What was the other one? What did she do?
Did it have something to do with Tasia and trying to get her killed?
I never heard nothing about her trying to get Tasia killed.
Oh, that's what they were saying out here in these streets. I don't know how true that is.
To set her up. Yeah, apparently, remember there was a one point Blue
Oh
says
yeah,
in
yeah.
Clubhouse that they all had a fallout at one point with Tasia. So Ariana, Blue, and Mahogany were all kicking it up at one point, and Mahogany, for whatever reason, according to Blue. So now this is all alleged, right? So
Mhm.
according to Blue, allegedly Mahogany was trying to set up Tasia, and when Ariana heard that, and then she started messing again with Tasia. Now we're talking about Ariana, the girl with I think she has a pink hair in the video, the one that's slapping her and saying you set up my cousin. She's the one that went back to Tasia to let her know what Mahogany said about trying to set her up. So then Tasia got upset, and I think that's when the first licking happened outside of a parking lot or something like that, where a gentleman was kind of supervising, and Mahogany got her ass kind of given to her,
Right.
and then Mahogany ended up rolling up on Tasia at a convenience store with her friends. So it was like some kind of embarrassment, as you mentioned before, and Tasia she just wasn't having it. And I guess it's like a small world there because everybody heard about it, and she must have been beyond embarrassed, and she called up all the men that they already had done double cross as a team and made it seem like Mahogany was the mastermind behind all the setups on them. But come on, you really think a 20-year-old is gonna be ringleader to a group that has people over their 20? You see what I'm saying? And these guys bought it. They just wanted vengeance on anybody that they was accountable for something that they did. And then Blue mentioned also about this is where she implicates herself, about a crime that happened 2 years ago about a yellow Camaro and some 30K, and it went all botched. And then that's why Amp's involved too, and Ace, because they were also involved, you see? So they're all implicated somehow, some way, to some type of setup and some type of botch robbery over $30,000, a yellow Camaro, and some dead baby daddy that's not even breathing.
You
I
gotta watch
think what
them
they were saying.
liars. You gotta watch
Yeah.
because Tasia lied. And honey, can I tell you,
Mhm.
a lie can get you taken out of here. If you tell a lie to the wrong person, they ain't gonna ask no questions. They just gonna straight action because they that loony. And let's give it up
True.
for Anna. Honey, you just blessing me tonight, and I'm loving it. Okay. Anna P donated $10. Thank you. She said almost 700 people in here. Not even half of the likes. Get the likes up to this story spreads. Yes. You guys know we are. Come on now. Y'all know. Let's like this video. Like, come on. Support me. Support us. Shed light on this story of Mahogany Jackson trying to get an understanding. Shit, we doing more work than the police doing for our own community. So if you guys can't do anything else, you can like this video. It's much appreciated. All right.
Yeah, guys, call in. This is your community booth. You don't even
Yes,
have
it
to say
is.
your real name.
True. Yeah, she was right. They did say that Mahogany was talking to the guys, I guess, that did the robbery. That she was talking to them and then was going back talking to them and then going back relaying everything to them, like she was setting everybody up.
Mm, 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 mm. Whew, I tell you. So, Dicey, what is going through your thoughts about this right now?
The 3-year-old that's probably wondering where her mother is. That child must be missing her scent, her warmth, her image. It's too much, Gigi. She was only 20, and the good thing is she got to be a mommy, you know?
Uh-huh.
It's sad.
Well, I'm reading this.
Absolutely.
Yes, it is. I'm reading this article here, and it says one of those being held is a 26-year-old woman, okay, which is Taja. It says one of the women that's being held, 26-year-old Taja, who answered the door at the house where Jackson, 20, said she was being held captive. The woman claimed Jackson had left at 2 a.m. the night before. I told y'all that was Miss Taja. She told the police that Mahogany left. And the mom chimes in. The mom says, I know that's not true because she sent that message in her location at 7:46 a.m. Her mother told the news reporter. And it says
You
here,
know what?
check this out. They said a passenger discovered Jackson's body under a mattress dumped on Birmingham roadside on Monday ahead of planned search. So they didn't even search for her yet. They was planning on searching for her, but they didn't get to search for her. A bystander discovered her body.
Mhm. And I also believe that like when the police first went over there to Taja's house, they didn't have that text message from her mom when they went over there, because like after they got the text message from her mom, that's when they were going to go back to Taja's house. But by that time, they had found her body.
Say that, Dicey. Did you get that? Say that again.
Yeah, that's on Sunday. The second time, that's the day that Taja got arrested. She got arrested.
When they
she
went
was
back.
hiding in her own apartment because the police had already been there. And it was Mahogany's mother that kept insisting, you're joking, right? Like, you guys, she's obviously still there if I just got this ping. But it's when they saw that she had sent the messages that they basically left with her. And I guess Taja had a minute to hide because, remember, apparently the Serenity apartments have 2 vacant buildings right next to it, and the building's mostly vacant, and she only has 1 neighbor, so she was hiding in another apartment when they went to go arrest her.
So you guys feel that
Also,
when Rochelle, you feel that when Mahogany mom went to those apartments, that Taja was still alive then?
I kind of think that they killed her that night. I kind of really believe, I don't know, because it's 2 stories. Like, they're saying that they they was beating her for her PIN code to the phone, and once they got that and was able to look in the phone because they was trying to get the cash out. But once they got in there, they noticed that she had sent those 2 texts out. But it's like you could see them beating her like the night before. They beat her the day before. In the daytime, you see them out there in that apartment complex, and they got her out there naked, and they beating her out there. And then you see them over there at the dump site in the middle of the night, and they re-beating her. And it's another big girl that was in that video that I don't see in jail either. A real big one.
Got it. So,
bigger
Dicey,
than Rose.
Dicey, do you feel that Mahogany was dead when the mom came with the cops, or you feel like she was still alive then?
No, she was already gone. Remember that the authorities have a timeline based on testimony, 2 hours testimony of these 3 gentlemen. You're talking about Saturday night being at Amp's house, Brandon Pope, having that little scuffle fight outside his home, moving her from there to Tasia's apartment. So then, what are you thinking? Maybe what, midnight? Maybe a few hours of a torturing beating, and then she gets a chance to get her cell phone somehow, some way, was able to send 2 separate messages with 16 minutes apart. And shortly after that, as soon as they saw those messages, those 3 gentlemen took her out of there, and they did her in a dead man's end, and the projectile was found in the back of her head. That is what the authorities have reported.
So it happened that morning.
Yep, that morning.
When did they arrest? When did they arrest Tessa? Or what's her name? Tasia.
Tasia was arrested that second time they came around.
What day was that?
By then they had already had reason to believe that she was part of her kidnapping. Remember that
what day
your
was
partner
that?
had found on Sunday, the 25th of February. Remember your partner had found that. Yeah, Sunday, the 25th. Remember your partner had found that the mom had to file a missing persons report that night at 11, but it was only like a formality. So because they had to have something on file in order to hold Tasia as a purpose, because they didn't find the body until Monday, 2:19 in the morning, when somebody passing by there had seen her under the mattress. So now it's all coming together if we start piecing it together.
Well, I want to replay what you just said. A lot of people felt they were upset. They said, why did Mahogany mom put a police report in later Sunday night? And Dicey is saying she had to because they have to have a certain amount of hours before they can put in a missing report. They can't just put in a missing report when you just say, yeah, I haven't heard from my child in 5 minutes. So they have to wait till a certain amount of times before you can file. And Dicey is saying that they needed that in order to hold
Tasia.
Tasia. I keep forgetting that girl name, Tasia. They needed that to hold Tasia. Okay, and they are saying that Tasia got arrested Sunday. So she got arrested before the body was being revealed. Okay, before they discovered the body. And I wonder.
But remember why it wasn't just her. It was a whole group because of the witness. The witness came through the police providing all the video.
The anonymous 18-year-old. And the anonymous 18-year-old that was not disabled came up. Was it the disabled one or the non-disabled 18 anonymous that spoke out?
No, apparently this is a non-disabled person because now there's reports saying that the person in the wheelchair was apparently made to participate to hit Mahogany as well. So it's really all over the place. It's a Cabo salad, as some people call it. But this person, the witness, is the reason why everyone got arrested all at the same time so quickly. When the mom got those text messages, she put the word out on the street. That's why Vito, Two Guns Vito got involved. People were paying him to put the word on the street to start talking about it. And his troops found out that, hey, you know what? Tasia was involved. And he just turned around and gave that information. And so the witness, I'm thinking, girl, if I'm the witness and I have all this proof, I might as well go to the cops. Because if I don't turn myself to the cops, the streets are going to eat me.
But they also said that he is the one that released all the videos out. Like after he left from talking to the police, he went and released those videos that went out. But he also had some.
Do you remember that two of them went live? So can you imagine all the people that were watching the live? They probably screen recorded that thing too. But the authorities say there's 5 videos in total. So just wait until we get those court transcripts.
The people, remember the girls on the live? They said that they dug out 10 deleted videos.
Oh, now you're talking about the iCloud info, right? That they turned around and had all this information and they supposedly thought they had got it deleted, but they only deleted it from the device and they didn't delete it from the iCloud. And because somebody, who was it? It was Kodak, Jeremiah McDonald's girl, who still had access to his iCloud, that she was able to see those videos without him even being there. So does that make her accountable as well, Gigi, as part of this whole thing? Like she was aware of what was happening and she didn't go to the authorities?
No, because she got the videos after everything came out. She went into his iCloud and got them.
Got it. So she was doing more research. So she did not aware, but when she found that shit out, she was like, let me go find out what else I can dig up. So I get what she was trying to help.
So basically everything that was super graphic, they were deleting it. But it went to iCloud and she was able to retrieve 10 videos and text messages.
Well,
even if people delete it, we have the forensic analysis who's able to pull out anything from anywhere if they really want to.
True.
Well, Anna P. Hold on. Anna P. came back. Ooh, Anna P. You know you're my favorite, right? Donate another $10. Y'all give her up. Yes. Come on, Anna P. Yes. Yes. All right. Yes. I love me some Anna P. Anna P. says, I'm not black. And I know the media tries to divide us, but this isn't about color. You damn right, Anna P. And I love you for you, and I don't care about color either. Okay, I'm for humanity and everybody. So I love that, and I love that people all over the world, different races, different backgrounds, can come here to speak and feel like this is a space for them. I never want to make people feel like they're not inclusive in my platform. So I'm thankful. She also says it's about the lack of humanity. You damn right. This whole case has hurt my heart and justice needs to be served. I'm with you, Anna P. Yes, I am. Now, you said that, justice. Now, Rochelle, before I interrupted you, what were you going to say?
My thing is, why they haven't went and got those other 2 people? If Alabama is, they're all online, all on Facebook, all on YouTube, they're steady hollering there's 2 more people out there.
And you're talking about the 2 18-year-olds, the disabled 18 anonymous and the other 18 anonymous that was honest.
They said, the other guy, they said basically he's gay.
Lord have mercy.
He's gay.
How old is the gay one?
And he dresses up like a girl.
So he a drag queen. How old is the other one?
Yeah. They didn't say his age. They just put a picture up there of him.
So was he messing around with Brandon?
I don't know what quite he had to do with this, but they said he needs to be picked up because he got something to do with this.
Well, pick his ass up. Pick his messy ass up.
And the guy that went to the police station as a witness, they said he ain't no witness. They got his text messages. They said he involved.
Yeah, but I think he did that to protect himself because remember that the word on the street was put out. So it was either you go turn yourself into authorities or you were going to be dealt with by the streets.
I think so too. I think so too.
Yeah, he knew he was on that video, so he had no pardon. There was going to be no mercy. If they saw your face in that video, you did.
No, they said he within the text messages, he is the one that dumped her body. In the they had his whole text thread up there.
So if he dumped her
he
body,
ran down to the police.
if he
He's
if the
the
18,
one that dumped the body.
Okay, if the 18 anonymous dumped the body,
That ran down to the police
then
station.
where did he get the body from? Where did he retrieve the body from? Where was she shot at? So if he dumped the body, that
think
means
she got
that
shot at Tasia.
at Taja's apartment.
That's where I think she got shot
So
at.
we not having no forensics up in there. That apartment not under investigation. Ain't nobody heard no shots at that apartment that morning.
They said
where everybody going to church.
Nobody was going to hear it.
Huh?
Yeah, they said none of the neighbors heard any shots, but they said she don't got no neighbors that live around her.
Well, you know, Sunday, that's a holy day. And, you know, it's very wicked for them to do all this shit on Sunday. You know, I was raised, well, we didn't even cuss on Sunday. We'll cuss every other day, but we'll leave Sunday as a holy day. Now, Lord have mercy.
They said one of the big guys, I guess the one that they say stink, because they said one of those guys stink. He smelled like boo-boo. And they said that when they were beating Tasia out in the parking lot, I guess they were beating her naked, and he was trying. They said at that present time.
Mahogany?
Yeah, Mahogany. They said he was trying to stop it, but I don't know where it went from him stopping it to joining in and stomping her in her head. I don't know how it got to that point.
Somebody must have told him, yeah, she said you gay or some shit like that. Or something. I'm sure somebody probably made up a rumor or a lie or she said something horrible about him. You know how people are. Where like if you try to be on somebody's side, I know you ain't on their side because they don't even like you. This is what they said about you. And that's what it sounds like. I'm not sure. You know, but that's what my guess would be, how he was going to try to stop, and then he just went full throttle.
Full throttle. They said pistol whooping, hitting her with bricks. Well, you could see in the video where one of them was just spitting on her, like constantly, just like I don't know. That was just all out of line.
And now you saying it's a drag queen involved? See, this is my first time
hearing
this shit.
Yeah, they said it's a drag queen. They got pictures up. They got pictures up of both of the two that's still out here and need to be arrested.
Now, you would think after all the drag queens that got hate crimes, what the hell a drag queen? They already paint you as a goddamn villain, a menace. What? Satan kids. Gotta be.
Mm-hmm. I think they need to arrest the whole gang.
Dicey, did you hear anything about a man dressing up as a woman being involved?
No, I didn't. I was under the impression that Giovanni was a girl dressing up like a guy, but in the video it's pretty plain that they're all wearing pretty tight clothes and they're covering their faces at first in some of the videos, but then afterwards they
well,
just,
who
I
was
guess,
that person? Dicey. You remember a video of Flash? Somebody got a mask on their face. Was that person?
I think that was Giovanni. Yeah,
No,
it's
that
like
wasn't
a white
Giovanni.
man.
Giovanni big.
No.
Giovanni got the red shirt on. Giovanni, you can see her face. She ain't covering shit up. It's a skinny
So who's
person.
the one with the white mask? There's the one with the white mask that's got like some red stuff on it.
I don't know. It went so fast. I don't know who is the person with that damn mask on. That's why I said maybe that's the drag queen boy. But Giovanni big. She got that shirt on.
Yeah. You're right.
I got a different computer, so I can't pull her up right now. But because I'm telling y'all, I'm somewhere else. So.
Didn't that guy have on? Did he have on some red shorts? I can't really put my face.
I didn't look down. I just saw a mask on somebody's face. I don't know who that was.
And he had like a halter top on.
I missed that part too. I just saw that mask real quick.
He's standing next to another guy that looks kind of. Is any of them in their 30s? Because some of them look real old.
Yeah, life hit them real hard, didn't it?
Mm-hmm. Them guys, they look old.
Let me see. I think the oldest one is 28, from what I saw on the list. Listen, you got Amp was 24, Ace was 25, Kodak was 18. You got Taser 26.
Amp was probably on a damn down low if he's smelling like shit. And somebody exposed him, or they said that Mahogany exposed him or some gay shit like that. Cause I drive a down low nigga to do that. You know that. And then they hanging out with drag queens. I mean, this is the LGBT mess at the end of it. Okay, how many times we've been? Let's not get into that. That's a distraction. My bad.
Yeah.
Moving
we need
back,
to focus
I
on this
apologize. Yes. Rochelle.
I hope they get what's coming to them, though. I don't think I think that the whole, what is it, my lord, it's 30 of them.
Now you know that's a damn mockery, my lord.
My lord. I think all 30 of them should be in jail for accessory after the fact, because when they uploaded them pictures, it was a reason for that. You know what I'm saying? They wanted all 30 of them to know what had happened to her. So I think that all of them should be picked up and be arrested for after the fact.
Like accessory to the fact?
I know.
Yes, to knowing.
I know I should
like
not.
After the fact, like knowing after the fact, and nobody came and said nothing. That's 30 people when they uploaded them.
They know where the body was, and ain't nobody confessed. They don't have no integrity.
What happened to them.
And a bystander discovered her body, and I guess called it in late at night. Ain't that some creepy shit? Could you imagine it's late at night, you walking, what the hell he walking down at the dumpster anyway? That's a whole different story, right? But you walking past a dumpster and you see a motherfucking body. I don't know about y'all, but I'm running, okay?
Me too.
Look, I'm running like a motherfucker. I'm not about to go check that body. Look, once I see an arm, I'm out, okay? But I'm glad that he reported it. But you know what? I know I don't want to say it. Dicey, please correct me and get me back together, because I'm distracted as hell. Because Rochelle then came out and told us about this drag queen. And now I can't help but to think they up here doing some sodomy. Now, you know that's some weird ass shit right there. Okay? Why would these men want to be doing some sodomy? That but I'm gonna leave it alone. Please, Dicey, help me, cause my mind is going somewhere I don't want it to go. Okay, now let's get
I
back, cause
mean,
I'm getting distracted.
yep. Let's go back to the facts and let's be grateful that we do have 8 accountable. We are looking for 2 more, and hopefully the community could come together and give us more tips so we could start looking in the right direction. Because right now, from what it seems like, Blue, it might just get away, even though she instigated the malice. And I have no idea if there's any way at all if the community could turn around and maybe do a civil lawsuit against Blue if the local jurisdiction or government or the DA, whoever, doesn't decide to press charges on her. It should be the family that presses charges on her because she knew. She implicated herself and she knew about the setup. She even said herself that at Amp's house, when she came back the second time around, she said it herself that she told Ariana Mahogany that they should be getting on up out of it. That's what she said on the clubhouse meeting. So she just implicated herself, and I believe that the family has a right to go after her civilly.
You
They
absolutely
should go
right.
after her criminally. She played a big part in this. They should go after her criminally. And did you see the big girl when they were telling them to pop the trunk? The real big girl. Who is
Giovanni. Giovanni, ain't that Giovanni?
No,
Or the other
She's
one?
bigger than Giovanni.
Oh.
No, because he's tall. I think that's Amp, Brandon Pope. I think he's the tallest one of all of them.
And you thought that
because
was a
he's got
woman,
that
Rochelle?
linebacker body.
No, it was a woman. You got to look at the video. She got on
Dicey
pink.
said, that's Brandon, a man. You sure? Was he switching and you just thought it was a woman?
She was standing there with her camera in her hand while Tasia was hollering, pop the trunk, pop
I know
the
who
trunk.
you talking about. This girl right here, I'm going to blur. Is my screen moving? Because I keep on moving, changing pictures, but my screen is stuck. It's not moving. So I don't know if you guys seeing what I'm doing. If you see me moving on the screen, can you press 3 so I just know that you guys see the movement? But this girl right here, I forgot her name, but she was in the video with Deja in the dark woods when Deja had Mahogany down on the ground. That video, that was the other girl in there. Giovanni was not in that clip, but it was another big girl.
Not the one in the black.
Right. Well, I don't know who had the black. I don't know the top color, but if you see it moving, then you can see what I'm talking about. This girl right
90
here,
seconds.
this girl right here, the brown skin girl, this girl right here in the middle. And let's give a big old thank you to C. Allens. C. Allens, you know I love me some you. Donated $10. I thank you so much. C. Allen said, yes, clap, clap, clap. Give it up for C. Allen, y'all. C. Allen said, Anna and I asking for likes. Can y'all please get the likes?
60 seconds.
So we can get this video higher in the algorithm. Gigi sheds light on our girls when the media don't. Love you always, Gigi. Part-time co-host Cece. Hey, Cece. Oh, that's my girl, Cece. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, thank you, Cece. So what were you saying?
I don't understand why the big girl is not in jail. Cause if everything happened that night, she was right there.
I think she is in jail. I don't know if they held her, but I think didn't all of them get in jail?
10 seconds.
Everyone in that video and all the people you have up on there, yeah. Ariana was the 8th one that happened this past week.
Got it.
And so apparently we just need the anonymous witness to be named, but I don't think they're going to release that name because this is the witness that implicated everybody.
Now,
And he's
crime,
probably going to end up being a witness.
right? Crime, with Dark. See, I'm trying to let it go. Crime with Dark. So please don't tempt me, okay? Crime with Dark said, "Don't do that. That's an LGBT lie." Now, let me tell you, the reason why I said you got lesbians in here, you got bisexuals in here. Then when Rochelle told me about the drag queens, okay. Then you got gay boys in here, down low men up in here. Ain't that the recipe, huh? Ain't that's all the letters right there, okay?
He really
And,
don't.
huh?
Look,
He
I
really
think
don't look like
all
a
of those
drag
people
queen.
forgot. Forget it. No, forget all that. Forget all that. Everyone forgot that we're part of that alphabet too. It's not like they're the only ones having sex. You see what I'm saying? So they continue to create the division amongst us as well. This has nothing to do about color or sexual preference. This has
Right.
to do about a 20-year-old mother who was tortured, beaten, handcuffed, stomped on, spit on, while she thought that she was still going to see the light of day because she kept saying, "There, bro, you won." Remember that, ladies and gentlemen. Mahogany Jackson called her perpetrators bro. You don't call anybody just bro, not even your enemies. And this girl still had the spirit and energy to come back and fight not once but twice with a text. The device became her sword, and she let everyone know. And as a big FU to all that did her in dirty, she swallowed that projectile in the back of her head. So you pray tonight for that little girl's spirit to rest, and you go fight the streets, and you go get the truth for me right now.
You know what, too? I also think she was just saying bro because that's just a slang word that these young kids is using nowadays.
Yeah, that
My
is a
kids
slang.
use it.
Yeah.
They call me bro, and I get mad.
Yeah, I don't like when they call women bro. But yeah, that's what they do. But I don't know if she was saying it in a bro context where like that was her brother, or she was just saying it because that's just how they talk. What up, bro? You know?
When you hear it in the video and you watch the video, this girl is docile, Gigi. She's
I believe
saying
you.
it really like I don't even want to repeat it. That thing makes me want to cry, but it's just like that's all I'm begging the judge to look at. Like, if you're not going to look at the video and you're just going to rely on these people giving you testimony, at the least just hear her. Just hear her begging them, "There, you won, bro."
Yeah, that is exactly how she was sounding too. But you know what? I believe that they're gonna play these tapes. That's like a big part of their evidence. So they are gonna come out in court.
Well, it seems like they did all this for no reason. I mean, there's no reason for you to do it, but they didn't even have a reason. It seemed like
Just
the
making up
reasons
stuff.
is lies. Like people lied on her, and she talk a lot. It seemed like she running her mouth and gossiping. Uh,
Gigi, it's
kind of,
snake talk. That serpent's
huh?
tongue. It's that snake talk, that serpent tongue. All these things are becoming more and more frequent, and it's all these girls just, it's like salacious gossip. I think you hit the nail on the head when you're saying these girls are acting like they're baddies.
Well, that's how they feel in their head. They feel like they are.
I bet you they feeling a little different now because don't 3 of them women got kids?
All of them got
They're
kids,
apparently all
and
parents.
all the
Yeah.
dudes got kids too. Even the never mind. Let's give a big old thank you to Anna P. Thank you so much for blessing. Y'all give it up for Anna P again. Donating $10.
Thank you, Anna.
It says,
Virtual hug and kiss.
who
Hey,
need
Anna.
who need enemies when you have friends like this? I'd rather be a loner than roll with folks like these. Mahogany and every normal person deserve friends that have your back. You're absolutely right.
Another thing that I was wondering too is, did they kidnap her from her house?
No, 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 no. Saturday night, she went to a house party at Amp's house, Brandon Pope. Remember, this was a whole setup. So they took her from there. From there, they took her to Tasia's apartment.
Okay, so Brandon and her and Brandon, they were friends?
Well, remember, it's a house party. She's thinking it's a kickback, so there's all these people there that she knew. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was acting like they were friends with her. You're forgetting the most crucial thing here is that Ariana was the one, the last person that was arrested. Ariana was the one that told Tasia that Mahogany was trying to set her up a few years ago. But that was over and dealt with, so it was just so weird for Blue to share with Ariana what Mahogany had told her in Pillow Talk, because, you know, regardless of their preference in bed, they were still friends and they were, you know, sharing secrets. But apparently Blue ran her mouth to Ariana, and once Ariana found out that Mahogany had also messed around with her dead baby daddy, I guess that was the straw that broke the camel's back, and Ariana decided to defend her dead baby daddy's honor. It makes no sense. It makes no sense for a woman to be so... But help me out, Gigi. What's the word here? What do you call this?
But didn't Ariana's baby daddy get killed with another woman?
That's some tea.
I
I
don't
didn't
know
know
how
how
he
he
got killed.
got killed. How did he get killed, Rochelle?
He got robbed and shot, and he got killed, and the girl that he was in the car with ended up surviving, but she ended up getting killed this year too.
Damn.
Or later, well, was it this year or last year?
Because
They
felt like
ended up getting killed too.
they felt like she set him up. Usually, if a girl
Maybe.
survived a robbery like that, you know, they think the worst because you live in a community where people always backstabbing, where people always lying and deceiving and all that. So you don't even have to deceive, but hell, if it looks suspicious, they gonna do you in just because it looked like it.
Now I want to look into that yellow Camaro botch robbery that happened 2 years ago that Blue mentioned in Clubhouse. Because what if Ariana baby daddy was involved in that and he was the one that got, you know, taken out, and maybe she felt offended because she was still talking about something that had already happened. And I think Gigi mentioned before, like, yeah, can you imagine Ariana just got livid over the fact of finding out that her dead baby daddy had been messing with Mahogany, and she's finding out through Blue. So she turned around and took that along with the knowledge that Mahogany was trying to set up Tasia from that one time they all had a fallout with Tasia. So it just snowballed into something even more. It's like turning an anthill into a mountain.
All for nothing. They killed that girl for nothing.
Do you think this
And
is
then
really
took her
the
money.
first killing they did? I think they killed plenty more, to be honest with you.
If they had a group of 30 people and these people were paying them to commit the crimes that they couldn't commit, I highly doubt this was their first run, especially because they were so sloppy about it. That means that they had other connections. For all we know, whoever went to go dump the body was probably told to get rid of the evidence and burn it up with the mattress, and instead of doing that, left it there and said, nah, y'all turned around and threatened my life, and I'm just gonna go to the cops. We don't know why he flipped, or if he even flipped.
No.
What if he's lying and saying that, oh yeah, they made me do it, but in reality, I think Rochelle here clarified that nope, he's on the video being seen that he's hurting Mahogany. So we just need to continue
I said
speaking.
he has the gun, but they have his text message thread where he is talking with Tasia about getting rid of dumping the body and getting rid of the evidence.
What was the evidence?
That's why the car.
The mattress and her body.
The gray car. I guess they were in a gray car.
What I don't get, why would you leave it to an 18-year-old that is not experienced to get rid of the evidence? Do you know how dumb that sounds? If I want to get rid of the evidence that's going to lock me up, I'm not having no goddamn 18 that don't know what the hell to do. I'm going to get me a professional.
I thought they were rolling on that cocoa, though, and maybe they weren't even thinking in their right mind or any mind at all. They weren't probably even there. They probably paid a homeless man to do it, thinking that he was going to do it because of the fact that there was a homeless encampment right next to the dump site.
You got to go back to that guy. What is his name? Berman? He is the text messages up there. The boy did it.
He
did it and then ran to the police. He the one dumped her body and was supposed to get rid of the car. He was supposed to burn the car up, but I don't know where it went from him.
So was this initiation for 18-year-olds? It seemed like this is like their initiation into the group.
No, because there's too much evidence noting that Tasia had already wanting to set up Mahogany. It's just too much. There's too much trail. There's too much paper trail to actually show that Tasia was setting him behind. Everybody knew, Gigi.
Yeah, but I'm saying this. If I have a gang, right, and I have an issue with Keisha, and I want somebody to hurt Keisha, then I'm going to get, and this is how they do it. This is what Krishan Rock did as well. They're going to get the lackeys. It's your turn to make a name for yourself. It's your turn to show how down you are for us. Okay, you have to do X, Y, and Z.
Girl, what if it was supposed to be Blue and Blue chickened out and that's why she left?
No, because Blue is top dog. Blue is top dog and she's smart. They're going to get somebody young. Just like when Krishan Rock, she set these girls up. She got her sister to do it, but her sister failed the mission. Then she have other people. That is what these girls and guys do. They don't do it. They will get their lackeys to do it for them, and it makes them feel more superior. Like I get my little ones, and that seemed that Francis guy. It looked like he is, recuperating.
Like a minion.
He's incorporating little boys because 18, they're so fresh. Why are you around 18-year-olds? Why are you influencing them to do the horrible shit? So I feel like he was forcing them to do it, to be initiated, to be a part of that group, or to get some type of validation. And why is they with him, around him? I don't know. They want some type of validation from him. They look at him as somebody. But dicey. Now, Rochelle feels like they shot her at Tasia's apartment. Do you feel like they shot her at Tasia's apartment right before the police got there?
No. They found a message at Tasia's, and when they saw the messages, they took her from Tasia's, and then they went. It was 3 people. According to the court testimony, it was, who was it? It was 3 men that took her to Dead Man's Road. So she was still alive. That don't make sense.
Okay, Dicey, then we having 2 different stories that doesn't make sense, right? Because you say the 3 men took her to the dumpster, but then Rochelle says the 18 anonymous boy dumped her at the dumpster by himself, and he was told to do that by Tasia. which they have this documented through the text. So which one is which one? Because both of
Do
you
you think
guys,
that they
I
turned around and
value both of your
corroborated the
opinions,
story?
but they are definitely different. Say that again.
Yeah. Do you believe that maybe they corroborated a story before they got caught? Like, in other words, that they all agreed to what story to tell the cops if they were to
No,
get caught?
I don't think they're not that smart, and they're not that calculated. This is not a calculated group. This group doesn't
Got
think
it.
with their brains, okay? They go based off their emotions. They're idiotic, they're unhinged, they're barbaric, they don't have any discipline, they don't have any structure, okay? They're just all over the place. So no, they're not that calculated.
You kind of watched the same video that I watched with the two girls telling the story and they showing the video and everything.
Yeah, I watched all of Vito's live Facebook.
Okay.
videos.
Well, did you see the part when they put the text message up there?
From the chat group?
It was him and two other girls.
From the chat group where yeah, they're in the bottom screen. It's like a split screen.
Yeah. And
I was watching it.
Okay, well then you missed that part. When they put the text message up, and Vito was reading it, and he was saying, basically he was reading it, and he was like, he needs to be locked up too because basically he had something to do with it, but he ran down there as if he was just there and didn't do nothing.
Who need to be locked up too?
The witness.
The 18 anonymous.
Yes. They had his text messages.
But didn't he
right
do
now, what we're
something?
trying to come down to.
Didn't you say he went and he told on everybody? Isn't that doing something?
According to the police, he's a witness that turned around and provided all the evidence that put everybody behind, bars. But right now, what I'm trying to understand is how is it that they said that it was Amp, Ace, and Kodak, Brandon Pope, Francis Harris, and Jeremiah McDowell. These three monsters took Mahogany Jackson from Tasia Lewis's apartment after seeing that message, and they believe that she was then pow in the back of the head.
Where did you think all the rape and the sodomy happened at?
I think that happened tonight.
That's at Tasia's.
In the forest. That's what Jay said. Jay said it happened at night between like 3 to 4 o'clock in the morning, that Sunday morning, before she yelled out for help.
So this probably happened at Tasia's. I don't know why they went
back to Tasia. Jay said that they went back to Tasia's because it is an anonymous person that stays or saw it and saw the police and seen them come in and out, so they can confirm.
Our anonymous person might be the neighbor across the street. The neighbor across the...
I don't want to put anybody out there. I don't want to, because you know, when we do these, we have to realize everybody's listening. They might not chime in, but the enemy is listening to us. The enemies of the enemy's friends, they all listening. Alabama listening.
And it's still, they might have got 10 of them, but it's still 20 old guys out there.
And you guess who else listening too? Guess who else listening? All the suspect parents. I bet you some of them listening. The suspects' families listening. They listening now.
Well, one of them, I don't know who, but one of the suspects' family members turned in turn them in because they were staying at their house. And once they found out that they were involved, they just called authorities to come pick them up.
That happened to a couple of them because the one guy, he said that one of them was his stepbrother. And he was like, I had to turn him in.
Well, good for them. I'm so happy. We have some good people that's around. Yes, turn them in because they not your family. Honey, they somebody. But hold on. Anna P. donated another $10. Hey, give it up for Anna P, honey. I never get tired of saying that. Hey. She says, I don't care. While everyone's arguing in the chat, regardless of what's wrong, Mahogany might have done in life, or she rolled with the crew. She did not deserve that. No one deserves that. You're absolutely right. She did not deserve that at all. Not at all.
Mm-mm.
I mean, everyone forgets the golden rule. You know, you treat others the way you want to be treated. It's not treat others the way others treat you. No, you treat others the way you want to be treated. And she just wanted to have a good time, guys. That's all. Yes, they were petty little girl fights and they got each other's lickings, but you don't go and become malicious and insidious and conspire to commit a crime with 30 people in a group and send them video, reference confirmation just so you could get paid. What is that? Isn't that racketeering?
Man, But another thing, Mrs. Sweetspot, I wanted to ask you. It was another story too about a guy that stabbed his baby to death. Did you see that one?
No, send it to me. You know we'll cover it. Do you guys want to cover other stories, mystery stories? Would you guys be interested in talking about other stories as well? Press 1 if you would be interested in engaging with other news stories that deals with crime and mystery and all this tragedy. Tragic. Press 1 if you're interested. Okay? But no, send it to me and we'll cover it.
Okay, that one is vicious. First he stabbed the baby mama.
Let's save it. Let's save it.
Okay.
Let's keep it on Mahogany now, but let's save it.
Okay, I'm gonna send you that one. That was a crazy one. Mm-hmm. But back to Mahogany. I know in jail, them guys is not gonna make it.
They shouldn't.
They're not. I don't know what they do to females because, I don't know how,
the same thing they did to Mahogany is happening to every single female on a daily basis consistently. They're not letting them breathe. Are you kidding me? Girl, this is biblical. There's eye for an eye. They're going to get their just desserts. Everybody saw that video. They know exactly what to do to her. They know exactly what to do to them, girls.
Rochelle, did you hear they jumped, what's her name, Tishi? Tessa. What's her name? Tasia. They jumped Tasia in jail. 6 people in the shower.
Well, they were saying that she was that all of them supposed to be getting beat, but in court they don't look touched.
Yeah, they look too clean to me.
Me too. To be going through something that I don't see no black eyes, I don't see no swollen face. They only been arrested, especially that other girl that just went to court today. She only been arrested 2 days. She should be well beat up.
Yeah, them braids are still intact.
So I don't think they touching them on them just yet.
Nah, you're right about that, Rochelle. I'm not believing all the hype. I need to see it. I really need to see it. So
we're going to have to push for it.
We have 2 different stories, and I want to know, what do you guys believe? Do you guys believe that Mahogany, she was shot at Deja's house? and dragged to the dumpster site, or do you believe that she was taken to the dumpster site and she was killed at the dumpster site? Press 5 if you feel like Mahogany was killed at Tasia House. Press 10 if you feel like she was killed at the dumpster site. Comment, let us know. And shout out to Miss Redhead. Ooh, Miss Redhead donated $10. Thank you so much, Rich Redhead. Miss Redhead says, thanks. Yes, give it up for Miss Redhead, y'all. Come on, let's give it up for her. Miss Redhead says, thanks. Yes. Miss Redhead said, thanks for the coverage. Prayers for Mahogany and her family. Could they have pow in the trunk of the car? Therefore, the need to get rid of the car. Oh, that's interesting. That's a good one. That's a good one. Okay, I like your thinking, Redhead. And that's where the blood was at, in the trunk of the car. That's why they wanted to burn it up, huh, Redhead, huh? Is that what happened? She was laid out in the back of that trunk, and they just did her in the back of the trunk. Could that be possible?
And then another thing, did you see everybody at the dump spot when Tasia was fighting her? They were at the dump spot. So everything that they telling is not adding up, because they said 3 people went to the dump site, but all y'all was out there just as clear as day in the middle of the night, jumping on this girl at the dump spot with the car there.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Then they said they moved her around several times, though. They said they moved her several times, like she went from place to place.
Do you think that, Rochelle, do you think that could be a possibility? They shot her in the car?
It could be a possibility, because they did say pop the trunk. Now, what they was going to do, I don't know. Was they going to put her in the trunk, remove her to somewhere else?
Well, they said they did put her in the trunk. Dicey said they did put her in the trunk.
I'm pretty sure that's how they was moving her around.
They put her in the trunk.
Dicey, do you think it's possible that they could have shot her and killed her in the car?
Easier cleanup, Gigi. What I don't understand is if they had shot her in the car, why not leave her body there to burn with the car too?
Exactly.
Something don't add up. It just feels like someone from within probably thought, no, this wasn't supposed to go this way, and had a guilty conscience but couldn't get out of it, and probably decided to help this girl somehow. Hey, for all we know, I don't want to speculate, but, it just seems like this person did it on purpose, dumping her body leaving her body at the dump site instead of taking it to destroy it with the car. I almost as if, here, let's let the family find her. Let the family have rest instead of thinking that something's not right. I mean, do we go good or do we go bad?
I don't think that they was going to originally dump the car, because in the text messages, him talking to Tasia, she telling him at that present time, get rid of the car, because they're going to be looking for the car. So I think that it wasn't planned to get rid of the car until she said something.
Who was it?
We don't even know.
Because it's like, why would you get rid of Tasia's car? That's crazy. They'd be like, Tasia, where your car at? That's obvious. Why your car missing? Don't you got to go to work? Don't you got to do stuff? So how's your car? Did your car get stolen? Why you didn't report your car? Whose car was it? Was it Mahogany's car? Did Mahogany have a car?
Mm-hmm. If it was the little 18-year-old's car, it was somebody's car they was trying to get rid of. But I don't think it was a stolen car.
No, I'm just saying, if that was Tasia's car, why would she want to destroy her own car? Wouldn't that be kind of like off?
Well, after doing all this, you would want to get rid of all the evidence. They said they didn't even find her phone by her body. Her phone was found in a whole nother location.
So they just, what did they do? They just threw her phone?
I guess after they got done going through it and transferring the money between everybody that they wanted to give some money to, they got rid of it.
But isn't that trace? That don't make sense at all. Okay, listen, if I'm a killer, Rochelle and Dicey, if I kill Peter, I'm not going to take no money from Peter because I don't want no traces of Peter attached to me.
We talk about some dummies.
Oh, okay.
Because that is, I mean, it's going to trace back to everybody that was there, whoever got some money.
Right, so she just gave out money. Hold on, Rochelle. Mahogany, she just giving out money before she get killed.
Exactly.
That don't make sense at all.
And not just to one person. I'm going to just distribute it to everybody that needs some change in here.
And then, come on, y'all, kill me.
Mm-hmm.
And
I wonder why they wait till last minute to take the money.
I don't know. But even if that did happen, you would think if somebody told you homegirl died, you'd be, oh my God, she was such a giver. She just gave us some money. Oh my God, we love her. I can't believe this shit. You ain't seeing none of that from them.
Mm-mm. And they say that last one of her friends was on that group chat, in the group chat, and she was saying that she had talked to the last one that got arrested. She said she had spoke to her when all the rest of them had got arrested. They had picked her up. I guess they picked her up from the Amazon, and they brought her in and questioned her and let her go. And then they came and rearrested her.
Ooh, you know that had to make her feel some type of way, right? She thought she was let go.
Mm-hmm.
Woo! She thought she was free. But then they bust.
Because
they spent the block on her ass.
Spent the block and came and got her. One of her mutual friends said that, like, after she had got arrested, and took down for questioning, that she was asking her, like, well, what they take you for? Why do you got something to do with this? And she said that the girl was telling her, like, no, they just took me because I guess one of her cousins had texted her, I guess when it was going on. So they wanted to get her phone and get the messages out of her phone. So after they did that, they let her go. But they turned right back around and came and got her. And that's how her friend found out that she was involved.
Wow. That's a lot. Now, where is Mahogany friends? Do she have any other friends besides those girls? And why aren't her friends speaking?
Well, I did watch something on the news, and they was standing up there. I think that was her friends and her sister, and she was like, yeah, she helped us solve her case. She helped us solve her case. If she didn't do nothing, she helped her solve
I see that.
She helped us solve her case. So I'm pretty sure she got some friends. It's just I don't know how they did not wind up going over there.
She didn't have any friends. I mean, she was a mother.
Shoot, I'm a mother too, and I got friends.
Yeah, but this girl was 20, and her mom was in some other type of whole other circuit, and she had just given Mahogany $1,000 cash, and these people were fixing to not only just rob her, but go ahead and teach her a lesson for everything else that they made up about her that she did to them in the past. So it was, like I said, it's like a snowball effect. It was they turned around and found all these little reasons just to make her look like a target for their own little crew to go against the new blood that just joined in.
So you think she was from that little crew too?
Well, she had 1,000 cash, and the reports are saying that one of the ways to get the guys to do it was they paid them. They didn't know what they were going for. The reports say that it started with the girls first fighting at Tasia's after they left the party. When Mahogany was already leaving, they took her from the party as she was leaving the party, and then they took her back to Tasia's.
The way they
and
were
that's
sitting
where,
there with that camera running, I believe they all was in on it. The guys too.
Yeah. But that's how they got the guys to want to do it too. It wasn't just, talking a bunch of, shit about Mahogany setting them up. It was also paying them out too, because it was split 5 ways. And this girl that's on the, go ahead.
Did you hear the part when they said when it first started out, it was only 5 people in the apartment and all the rest of the 10 came afterwards? Or the
Yeah,
5?
after they turned around and had, Ariana had turned around and gotten into an argument with Mahogany over some dumb crap about supposedly setting up Tasia. But then once Giovanni got in, it just got out of hand because the men started walking in.
Now,
And
why
that's
the
crazy.
men? Who called the men over? Why they came?
That was Tasia. Remember, Tasia set all this up. Tasia was playing both sides.
But was Tasia at the first party?
No,
Dicey?
Tasia was not
before-
at the first party. Tasia wasn't at the first party. They took
Okay, well
Mahogany
then how did
from...
Tasia set all this up when it started somewhere else?
Because you're missing the crucial point of all the things that happened prior to that day. You got to remember the whole setup from the beginning was them basically talking about one another. Remember that Blue mentioned that Mahogany was telling her how she used to sleep. She was messing around with Ariana's baby's daddy, but by this time, he was already dead. She was just pillow talking, and then Blue went and shared this information. Ariana took this as like some kind of form of disrespect, along with all the other information of the botched robbery of the yellow Camaro, the $30,000, all that stuff that happened 2 years ago came to light recently because everybody's trying to tie a motive as to why this happened to Mahogany without realizing that Tasia was playing both sides and letting everyone know, oh, hey, by the way, Mahogany set you up. And so she was able to bring in all these men.
True, but I believe that whoever house she was at, that's who set her up. Whoever invited her to that party is the one who set her up. And Tasia wasn't at that. They brought her to Tasia. So
Correct.
I believe that
They brought her to Tasia. The house party was just supposed to be a kickback, but they all knew what was up. It was
True.
all insidious. It was all malice. 30 people in a group from Clubhouse called My Lord. They all knew what they were doing. The only one that didn't know was Mahogany. So it was a setup from the beginning. So Mahogany showing up, having a good time, getting sauced up, and then as she's trying to leave, they're not letting her leave. All they know is that they have an Uber at 2:46. I'm under the impression it's 2:46 in the morning when Mahogany was leaving Amp's house party to go home. That's when they decided, because nobody's confirming that she got in an Uber. They just said that she ordered an Uber at 2:46. And then five hours later, she's sending texts to her mom and her sister saying that she's been held kidnapped and abducted. But by this, according to authorities and all the sources that we have from the authorities, it seems as if she was tortured for about 5 hours, because when they saw those text messages, they went in and they sent her to heaven. They stopped the torturing.
Who invited her to the party?
I have no clue about that. But remember, this is their way of living. So I'm sure somebody just say, "Oh yeah, so and so's having a party. Let's go." Man, girl, for all we know, they do this every Friday, Saturday, Sunday night. You know what I mean? So it might be natural to them. It's not a formal invitation. You know?
I think so, and I think they made her feel comfortable, because usually when you go into a party that somebody else is throwing, you're definitely going to ride with your crew. Like, girl, I want to go to this party, even if somebody invites you. That's why I think everybody that was at that party, or whoever threw that party, they made her feel very comfortable, to where she Ubered there and was going to Uber home, and didn't bring no family, no cousins, no other friends. That's
if you trust your
strange.
people, you're not going to turn around and bring backup. You're not going to have anything on you. You're going to depend on these people, having, your best interests at heart, and that they're not going to hurt you. Why would they? They wouldn't have a reason. They're all in the same group. They run in the same circles. They all do the same dirt, And she was sauced up. In the video, she is so drunk. The girl's not even fighting back.
So do you think, like, prior to this happening, that, they were friends and hanging around each other? Because is that fight video old? We got to figure out, when did that happen?
What do you need to know?
Like, the fight video, was that like an old video when they had the two fights?
Yeah, so here we go with the timeline real quick, just so we could get everyone up to date and anybody who's just joining in, so nobody gets confused. The challenge ends up being when Tasia found out that Mahogany was trying to set her up, when they all had a fallout about 2 years ago. Tasia went and tried to whoop her butt. And she did, and that was at a parking lot. That was last year. And then Mahogany got her lick in recently at the beginning of this year with her crew, and they got Tasia in the convenience store. So you see, Rochelle, how there's so many different points that all are trickling down, and they're all like snowballing to a bigger thing. It's one thing after another after another. It's a grudge that these girls just wouldn't let go. And because of this, it just created all this animosity, all this resentment, all this anger, and all this energy that's being shared by all these people. Man, energy is real, and it affected these people to the point that they didn't care about the money. They just wanted to hurt her.
Exactly. And they were all kin too. So I think this was pre-planned. I think they all sit down and talked about this and knew that they were going to do this. Probably was hanging out with her for the past week.
Premeditated. The challenge we're having as a society is that we can't believe that this happened, because we're in 2024 and we're still living with that freaking mob mentality. We still haven't learned how to be amongst one another. You got an older woman being jealous of a younger lady, a baby. So it doesn't matter. Mahogany Jackson had left this earth in an extremely tragic way, and all we can do is send her family and her daughter, love and light and prayers and all this jazz, and continue to talk about it so people could understand all the points and atrocities and the red flags to look over for. You know, right now, all we know is that these people came together, conspired to hurt this girl over hearsay.
Exactly.
All
That is
gossip,
one true statement.
all rumors, all of the allegations that nobody has come through with any type of receipt. Nobody's given any kind of evidence. Everybody's just talking. You guys, in the hood, they say snitches get stitches, right? But you're not supposed to be touching women or children. And it took 30 people to come together to do this. Something's not adding up. Something's not adding up.
True. So do you think Blue play a big part in this?
You tell me, Rochelle. This woman turned around and she's intimate with. Okay, so imagine you're spilling your most intimate secrets to your partner in bed. How would you feel if your partner shared all your secrets to your enemy?
That ain't her lover.
So then Blue needs to be held accountable at a civil level if the court's not going to do anything because they feel that this is more of an ethical or moral standing than a crime. You know, it's like you can't get arrested for thought crime, just like you can't get arrested for cheating. You see what I'm saying? These things are not crimes.
True.
But you could be held accountable by the...
Wasn't she in the house? Because wasn't they hollering her name in the background?
Yeah, but so there's, like you said, they moved her around places. The first house was Saturday night at Amps. That was the house party. And when she was trying to leave, we believe it's 2:46 in the morning because of the Uber transaction where she requested an Uber. That's how we're getting the timeline, by those timestamps. And that's what we need from other people. All these people who are saying all these allegations about this poor little girl, we just need timestamps. Because somebody writing a text message to somebody else about somebody that already died does not hold in a court of law. It just doesn't. There has to be evidence about something when it's happening, not after the fact. Before the fact or during the fact, but not after.
They will get you for after the fact. They will arrest you for after the fact. And they can, but being that he is the one that ran down there and told first, no, he's not going to go to jail. So even if they do see the text messages, I don't think they go. He's their number one witness. He's their star witness. They're not going to arrest the star witness.
Well, I know one thing. I just feel like all of them should be arrested or taken out. Even the 18-year-old that was taking that body. Listen, I'm afraid of a body. I could not stomach. I struggle with, honey. If I'm going to a funeral, I can't even go up to look at people or touch the dead. And for the fact this 18-year-old boy is driving around with a dead body, that's so scary. I don't even know if I want to be friends with a person that's driving around with a dead body, that is capable of driving around with a dead body. That is some that is some scary movie
I think
shit.
at this point we need to drop that word friends. I think at this point we need to do Mahogany Jackson a favor and call them at least their frenemies, because the title of friends is such an honor to have nowadays.
Well,
these people.
I think it
They're
depends
soulless.
on your society and your values. I think that we all know that we all don't have the same values and morals when it comes to friendship. So in their perspective, their tolerance and they don't they don't require much. They don't require for you to respect them. They don't because they don't respect themselves. They don't require for you to value them because they don't value themselves. So you have to be a friend to yourself before you have friends with other people. And when you're not even a friend to yourself, of course, how could you be friends with anybody? Shit, you're not even a friend of yourself. You don't even keep your own word. You don't even have boundaries and respect for yourself. So how could you expect other people to do so? Um, so that's just my theory on it. But of course, what happened to her, it shouldn't have done. They honestly, I that whole group should have never formed. It's like evil and demons just gathering together just to be destructive. And they don't understand. They don't even see how the devil is just using them. Got you together and destruct each other. If that ain't the work of evil, I don't know what is. You would think you'll want to come together to uplift one another. All of y'all are parents. All of y'all got kids. Is this the representation you want for your kids? Is this the legacy? Your kids will forever be haunted by your story, your horror story of what you did to Mahogany. Do you have to face one day, why did you kill that woman? Why did you essay that woman, Dad? And I wonder, because we never talk about this shit, and I never hear. Do these parents ever ask they parents why you essay mommy? Why you killed that person? I don't know, because fortunately, I have not. I don't have no killers that I know that are, that could express that moment in truth. But do you guys ever hear that? Like somebody tell their mom or their father, why did you kill such and such, or why did you essay that person? Hmm.
I think when it becomes a parent, that usually the child tell that other parent off. They don't deal with that parent at all. Once you done murdered my mother or you done murdered my father, I don't want to have nothing to do with you.
Could you be cool with somebody, Rochelle, that rode around with a body in their car?
Heck no. You know what? I couldn't even go. Once they started hitting her with hammers and bricks, I'd have been done right there. I don't think I could have took it that far because that alone can kill you.
Mm.
You don't even need a gun.
Mm.
So I believe
I would think
I don't.
I will always think that you would drive around and take me out of here, and my body would be in the car. You would do me the same way. That's just what I would think. I think you'd do me the same way.
Okay. Looks like we got another donation from Anna P. according to chat. So
thank you, Darcy.
Thank you so much.
Hey, Anna P. Thank
Anna
you so
P.
much. Anna P. Give it up for Anna P, y'all. She making it rain tonight, and I'm loving it.
Man.
Okay, Anna P. donated $10. She says, even if they didn't pull the trigger, they helped in everything prior to it and assisted afterwards.
Exactly.
They're all equal guilt. I agree. Lock them up. Lock them up.
The whole my lords, because I'm pretty sure he uploaded them texts. They probably was uploading texts as they were doing what they were doing.
I think this is a perfect opportunity for us to create some kind of legislation, because this is actually blasphemous, right? Anybody that has a belief in the Most High, we all know what my Lord means. This is extremely blasphemous, and maybe we could get the community, the church community, to come in and indict the whole group if the court can't get them on Mahogany's murder.
They need to get them on Mahogany's murder because that text message went out to 30 different people. And I'm pretty sure those folks that's in that text thread knew what was going on before the end. I'm pretty sure as it was going on, they knew everything. I don't believe it was a secret to none of them.
But they all wanted to get away with it. That is a part of being a pack. That will make their pack more stronger. That we all did a murder and we got away with it.
That was their intentions.
Right, but the government can't arrest somebody on murder charges when they didn't commit it. A text message is not enough. It doesn't absolve them from being.
They have accessory after the fact. Accessory after the fact. That's
right,
knowing,
but it's. Go ahead.
That's knowing that somebody committed a crime and not saying a word. I know somebody that went to jail for that, and they ain't had nothing to do with the crime, but just knowing after the fact.
We don't know how many of them turned themselves in when the streets were telling them, if you don't turn yourself in, we're going to get you. The police is not going to give us any kind of transparency there. We're going to have to wait or pay for the transcript once it's available, but this is not done anywhere. We're not anywhere near being done. We just started. This is the tip of the iceberg. This is something that might last a whole 2 years from now, too.
Now, I'm sorry to cut you off. Do you think that their parents and family is going to come to court when their day in trial? And I'm asking everybody, press 1 if you think their family going to appear in court. Press 2 if they not. And I'm talking about the suspect, the killers.
Yeah,
none
of their family.
I'm talking about the other side, Tasia family, the guy's family. Are they going to show their face in court?
I think so. Because if it was my child, my love for my child don't go away because what my child done went and did. You know, I'm going to always, I'm going to support mine through right or wrong. Right or wrong.
Well, so far, none of the parents of the suspects have shown up, but so far we only have those 3 that were put with the judge yesterday morning. So that was Kodak, Ace, and Amp. None of their family members showed up.
Didn't one come? One went to court first, right, by himself?
Yeah,
right. I believe that was Kodak. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and then another 5 went today, right? Or was that yesterday?
No, all 3 of them was yesterday. We don't have anything today. We're waiting for more updates. The judge is going through the testimony. We were only given a glimpse. I'm waiting for the transcripts so I could pay the $10 and then read them to y'all with the timestamp.
Yes, please. And they lay her to rest on Saturday, you guys. They lay Mahogany arrests on Saturday.
That's just sad. I mean, how do you keep her daughter from finding out what happened to her mom? That's crazy. Because eventually she's going to grow up, and it's on the website.
We just need to continue to put this all over the social media so the algorithm picks it up and nobody forgets, because there's too many stories of our young ladies just disappearing for no reason, only because people feel that they can get away with it.
Exactly.
And they're around a lot of criminals. When I tell you criminals, all they know is criminals. And they see and they hear so many of these criminals get away with it. Getting away with crime, getting away with murder, getting away with trafficking. It's so many black girls getting trafficked. Did you know they say, well, never mind. But yeah, it's just a lot of crime that's going on and people are getting away with it. So it makes more criminals want to continue to do more crime.
I wonder why her mother didn't go back over there after the police. I would have went back. I'm not gonna even lie. I wouldn't. That wouldn't have been able to sit with me. I understand she was grieving, but if my child texts me from somewhere and the police went over there and they didn't do a complete job, because they didn't do a complete job, they just knocked on the door. And whatever that girl told them, they went with that. Once I would have found that out, I mean, I understand that she was in the airport, at the airport in Atlanta, and the police probably got there before she did. But after they would have told me on my way back or whatever, my first stop would have been that girl's house. And I wouldn't have left there until my daughter came out.
I think that's what the mom did. The mom ended up having to come back. So because the police had initially gone to Tasia's apartment, and Tasia told the police that Mahogany had left around 2 a.m. And when the mom came through, they went back to Tasia's apartment, and basically they had reason, suspicion. With the text alone, they had enough suspicion to hold her accountable for her disappearance, because they didn't
really,
know.
They couldn't hold her really. Are you sure they didn't arrest Tasia until after they found the body? Because that's not probable cause.
Hold on, let's figure this out real quick. We could look this up. Because there's one thing the news telling us. Okay, so we got Tasia Lewis arrested.
Did she get arrested Monday morning, Monday afternoon?
And I just want to let everybody know, just in case Dicey and Rochelle go out and I can't hear from them, Blog Talk, it has a limited time. So if it does cut off, it's not me, it's Blog Talk. I just want to forewarn everybody. And also, I want to let you guys know, we're going to be talking about a lot of these cases, unfortunately. I was just on my Facebook, and guess what I seen? Group of girls fighting. They have this thing called Now. What does it say? It says Now.
Now that's TV.
How you know?
I watch everything.
Honey, yes.
Wednesday, the 28th. We got 7. All 7 of them were arrested on Wednesday, the 28th, 2 days after they found her body.
See, that's what I'm saying. She wasn't even arrested that same day.
All 7 of them were arrested on Wednesday, the 28th, and I believe the next day, Thursday, is when Ariana was arrested, the 8th suspect.
Yeah. So basically,
Friday, March 1st. Go ahead.
So that did give her time to call and tell that boy to, get rid of that car because the police done been at her house. They was trying to clean up. They was trying to clean up.
Do you think that that she knew more information?
Who, Tasia?
No, Mahogany. Do you think it was more to the story? Is it more like, I don't know, is it more to the story that, but you can't make sense of this shit. You can't make sense of this shit. Why even try? Never mind.
I just believe that they were jealous. And this is what I'm trying to figure out too. Was any of them men dating any of the women that was in the house?
Honey, I think some of them was down low. But I'm not going to go there, okay, Rochelle? So I'm going to shut up on that. Now, Daisy, Rochelle want to know, what any of the men's dating the women's?
No. I'm getting this removed for real.
Hello?
I don't know what
Did I
happened to
say
Daisy. I mean, Dicey.
Deja?
Dicey.
I'm like, did you ask somebody else? Hello?
Dicey.
What up, girl?
How you doing? You okay?
I'm still praying in silence for Mahogany. It gets heavy and it's really twisted, and it just makes me wonder if on Sunday the authorities began their investigation at about 8 a.m. because her mom got those messages, but they waited until Wednesday, the 28th of February, to arrest all of them. What transpired through all this time?
No,
the
Rochelle
body was found on Monday at 2 a.m. So you're talking about the authorities knowing that 8 in the morning and not finding the body till almost 24 hours later.
I think it took for that boy to go in there and get the talking, because they really remember they were saying they didn't have no evidence at all. Yeah, she sent that text message, but that just because a person sends a text message and you go to the house and they not there, and they didn't check it to see if anything was disturbed, if it was blood in the apartment, so they didn't do a full investigation. So basically, they had nothing on Tasia besides the text message, which she could have sent, and then they could have let her go. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean that you murdered somebody because you held them for a couple of minutes or whatever. I think the dude is what bust this wide open.
Yeah, they had the opportunity to let her go the moment they realized that she already advised somebody of her location. And then they made the executive decision for everybody that they just had to turn around and make her go home to Christ. This is beyond me. It's wild why you would want to take somebody out and then not get rid of the evidence and implicate the whole group. It just seems like it was purposeful.
They so messy.
It was real messy because they beat that girl in daylight, naked, in that apartment complex. So if they did that all out there like that, it's like they wasn't trying to hide anything.
And you know what? Maybe a lot of people in that apartment complex, it must not be busy. And maybe it seemed like they thought they were kind of okay because ain't no traffic around there or something. But that apartment complex, it already looks spooky from the news. It looked like spooky. That dumpster shit they got over there, that looks spooky. I ain't see a lot of houses. A lot of shit over there look abandoned.
True. And they did say she ran into an abandoned house, like she had to see the police coming. Like, why would you stay there after you knew what you did?
Who ran into an abandoned house?
But that's simple. They didn't think they were going to get caught. I mean, they had done their deed on Sunday. You know, they knew that the body was found on Monday because it was all over the place. They knew the word on the street was turn yourself in or you're going to be for the street. And she was hiding in the apartment. She wasn't hiding from the cops. She was hiding from the people in the street. The streets were saying, watch, come out of your house and watch.
I thought they was telling that to the other girl that they had caught last.
Ariana as well, because nobody knew where she lived, but they knew that she worked at Amazon. But you're talking about the streets already knowing.
You got to remember over to her house, and she was hiding under the bed.
The streets already knew because the body was found Monday at 2 a.m. and they weren't arrested till Wednesday.
You're talking a whole 48 hours.
Exactly. Mhm.
Anna P donated $10. Come on, Anna P got us to 100 with some other people help. Come on, Anna P. We love you, girl. Anna P said
May the Most High bless you.
they are equally guilty. Simple, based on the fact that they participated in everything leading up to the unaliving. They participated in bullshit and now they deserve to be treated as such. I agree. If the law was up to me, I would tell Blue, the 18 anonymous boys. Now, even though one of them say, hey, can you really blame me? I was forced. I don't know how I feel about the forced part. I don't know if he's being honest with me or telling the truth. I'm going to want to know, okay, how did you get involved with these crew anyway? Why were you hanging around with them anyway? You know? So, I don't know. If you were the judge, the 18 anonymous that said he was forced to do it, would you lock him up too? Press 5 if you'll lock him up. Test 7 if you'll let him go because he said he was forced to do it and he confessed. What would you do? Rochelle, what would you do to the 18 if you were the judge?
I probably am making my star witness and let him go if he was forced. I'll make him my star witness. And we'll put all the rest, but he would have to tell on everybody. He would have to get everybody. And I don't even know why Blue is still out. She needs to be locked up. She should be the ringleader.
Well, how about this?
There's no reason
I get him to be my star witness, and I tell him he got to implicate Blue. You got to put Blue involved in this. And then I tell him that I will reduce his sentence, but he still got to pay the piper.
Exactly. Just reduce his time. I probably wouldn't let him totally go, but I'll reduce his time.
And I said, this got to be a learning lesson.
Else.
You cannot look up to these type of individuals and stay away from them, you know? You are the company you keep. And I don't know why he was hanging around with him.
Thank you, Anna P. Thank you.
Yes.
I really think that everybody was for it, and I think everybody was in on it. Everybody was for it. Everybody was hitting everybody. I don't think it's no man out. I think everybody was willing and agreeing, and I think they all was there when she got shot, because if she got shot at that dump site, they all was at that dump site. If she got shot in that house, they all was in there too. So wherever she got shot at, it seemed like wherever they were, they all were there. I don't think nobody should get away with this. Just because she the person that told all of them, oh, she shouldn't be reliable. Yeah, she should be reliable too. She should be the main person. They should RICO this, and she should be at the head of this RICO.
So who took out the videos? The 18 anonymous boy, was he the one releasing the videos?
They said he was the one releasing them.
Well, it sounded like he had a guilty. I would love to hear his story. I would love for him to tell his story and express to us how he was feeling and what happened. Wouldn't you guys like that?
Yes, I would. But if I was his parents, I would be trying to get him out of town. If he ain't going to jail on this case, she needs to probably get him out of there.
Yeah, I would send him to a boarding school real quick.
Because the way they sound is like whoever don't go to jail, they gonna take care of them.
Let's give a big old thank you to Anna P. Anna P donated another $10. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anna said yes, zero question about it. Because if he was raised right, he'll find a way to call police. He's Pooh making that up to get a deal. All right, I agree. Anna P not buying it. If he was raised right, he would know not to even be associated with those type of individuals because they mean him no good. And clearly he wasn't raised right. He's 18. He's still a child and he's been inspired by that individual, by monsters, by evil people. He should have been raised to stay away from these people, to see these people as a plague, like a dangerous disease that he does not want anything from. But yet he's around them and they're making him doing horrible things according to him. And everything has a price, you know. Everything has a price. So yes, lock them up.
I think all of them is horrible people because how any man stand around and watch a female get hit with bricks, then they turn around and pistol whoop her, and then another big man that's almost 400 pounds start jumping up on the girl head. Where I mean, like none of them was raised right, and all of them is monsters. Every man, I blame the men more than I do the women because they could have stopped that. They men, they could have manhandled every woman that was in there, and it was more men than it was women.
Well, I'm blaming all of them. The women, they could have stopped it. They engaged it. The women were the one that started it. It wouldn't be nothing if the women wasn't starting shit. Blue was the hair
True.
breaker. Ariana kept on pushing it on. It's all of them.
They act like they caught a gangbanger girl from the other side of the hood, and they had to punish her for all the things, the bad things that she was doing with her homies. That's what they act like they caught her out.
Well, you guys, I'm going to cut it here short. I enjoyed everybody. I do have an early morning, and I definitely want to get more information. Rochelle, please send me more information. Dicey, please keep us informed. Every time I talk to you, Dicey, I'm always learning something new today. Today, I learned that the person that killed her was the ace guy. And I did not know that. I thought it was Jeremiah. I thought it was Kodak all this time. But now I know that Ace was the one that did it. And it was so many things that I learned today with your help, Rochelle. And you guys, so you awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Shout out to Anna P. Thank you for everybody coming in, chiming in. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you guys tomorrow. DJ, there you are.
Okay.
All right.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Thank you.